Yellow, yay, Obiajulu. Welcome. You're the first one here. I have to give you your flowers. Hey, I have to give you your flowers for being the first person, Obiajulu. Wow. Yay. Area, what they play? How na dey? My people, my village people, How na dey? How all of una dey? Mm-mm. I have to give you your flowers, Obiajulu. I have to drop flowers for you. Ah, 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 ah. Eh? Being the first person here. Yay! Neka following behind. Maria! I know, I'm sorry. I'm so Marriott, why is it that because you be coming early now, you're now the class prefect. You're now the one telling me you are late to wow, come. Eh? Anyway, you earn am. Yay! My people. I know. I'm telling you, everyone recovered from that 5 hour marathon. I could not avoid this topic. I was like, oh my God, should I do this today? Should I do it? I'm like, you know what? If I don't do it now, it will not be, it won't be fresh in my mind. So it's always when topics or you have things to talk about, it's always good to do it immediately. Otherwise, it won't be fresh and you won't have that same passion anymore. Hi, everybody. The longest time. Oma Obiajulu, it's so good to see you here. Ah, una welcome. Una welcome. Wekabo, wabohiao. In all the languages in Nigeria. I greet all of you, wherever you are. Now, welcome, welcome, welcome. Neka, how you dey now? Eh? Marriott, welcome. Everybody seems to have recovered from that 5 hour marathon. Yes, so it's been a while, I'm telling you. Mm-mm. It's been a while for real, Obiajulu. It's been a while since you've been on live. Yeah. It's so good to see everyone. Thank you for joining me once again. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I see you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you, honestly. Me cannot lie. Mona see, as cold, this is how the cold has affected us. So I just suffering. Cover myself, it remains for me like cover my eye and my nose, but I mean it's not that cold. I'm just messing around. But right now I'm cold, so this is why I'm all covered up. Hmm? Eh? I'm telling you. Natu, yeah. Welcome. You rewatched me, Seth. I rewatched it too. As I was walking, I was watching. I was like, wow, this life was hot yesterday. Everybody came with it. I beg, I want chop something. So I'm gonna go off camera. Eh? Hey, now welcome. It's so good to see you guys. So this topic here, I want make we address am. Women in the house. Men are free to join too. This conversation is not just women. Maybe men can tell us wetin we fit do, but say men una need to gentle when they talk about us women. Otherwise, fire people dey here, but they will fire back. Hey, I'm telling you, I know. You never enter sub-zero, my sister. See as I bundle up. I'm telling you. Oh my God. So, anyways. So, you know what? I want make we address women in the house. Make we address this issue with women. In fact, I look like an astronaut, right? Oh my God. I do look like an astronaut. Okay. I'll take that. I look like an astronaut. No wahala. Now wetin cold dey do person be that, but wetin I go do? But actually it's been raining, so kind of the cold can't go up somehow. But it's all right. It's not as I'm sure I can't compare it to Canada or the UK. So I need to I need to take am easy myself. But it's just like I feel cold. So let me just cover up like that. But anyway, onto this topic, guys. Women, wetin dey do us? Why be say we no dey content with wetin we get? Why be say I dey ask now, why be say women no dey, you see another woman wey im family everything dey okay, dey do well, everything pepper rest, your eye go dey there, na that one gangan na im go dey hungry you. Why are we like this? Why we dey do this kind thing without, we dey do am without conscience, as if who cares? Sometimes even if the man no dey find you, you go impose yourself on the man. You go ignore say the man get family, you no care, because na wetin you want out of am na im you care about. You no care about the other woman feelings, you no care about her work, you no care about her tears and her blood. You just wan ignore all those sufferings and just enter, because you dey look the person grass, dey say this one grass green pass my own, so I certainly want a piece of that. Why do we do that to each other? Why do we do that to each other? I understand some men, maybe their wife no dey again, maybe either they don go beyond, or they don go their separate ways, say okay, they no dey do again. I understand all that one. Or some people dey situation be say dey very complicated for them. But to that I say, no matter how complicated your situation is, resolve it before you start looking elsewhere, before you start finding something. Instead of dragging someone into your mess and having them go through this mess with you, and they themselves getting all tangled up in the mess, and then before you know it dey happen, everybody's throwing punches at each other. Why do we do this to ourselves as women? Men have bro code. Why don't women have bro code? Obiajo, yeah, the grass is always greener on the other side if you don't take care of your own garden. Absolutely. Absolutely. You keep looking at that one, you don't know what they have done to keep. Imagine, for instance, now the case of IVD and her husband, right? The young lady who passed away recently. Imagine now, somebody outside will be looking into their marriage, which was obvious because the man was all over the place. It was community Ebola, right? People will be looking and say, oh, look at this man, oh, big house, oh, look at how wonderful they are. Not knowing the kinds of crazy things that this woman has had to do. According to the story, she's the source of the wealth. You know what I mean? Like, why are you looking at someone else's grass? Mirabel, my people. I wanted to use that word. I can't remember Mirabel. I can't say Mirabel. And so Mirabel take shout for my head the other day. He say, oh my, please don't steal my word. Now me, they use my people, my people. Now I can't refrain. I be saying my people, then I now stopped. You see, Mirabel. You see the number when you don't do for my head? Maybe you went to buy fabric. You didn't buy anything else with your Boxing Day sales. Hey, oh, okay. What kind of fabric did you go and buy? Is it an Owambe fabric or what? Yes, so we're all doing good. So, so imagine now somebody looking at IVD's wife and saying, oh my God, look at her. She's got it all together. They have all this money. They're living in a big house. They drive all these big cars. Meanwhile, you don't know the story of her going to the market and calling it Cultural Day, all in a bid to save and secure her marriage. Not that I will encourage anybody to do it, to each his own, but hey, this is what people are doing. This is now what people they do these days. Imagine that somebody else, oh no one go dey come and go dey wish say he be the IVD wife, but you don't know wetin dey. You don't know wetin dey behind am. And on top of that one, there were women who knew and still went ahead. Oh, everybody wan collect their own share. Why are we like this, women? Everybody like what they like. If you're a polygamous person and you want to be polygamous, please go ahead. Find somebody who's equally polygamous like you. Don't go and use your polygamy to spoil somebody else's blues that they are singing. Don't go and use it to spoil another monogamous person's ideal, relationship. Do you respect? I don't understand. Why are women like this? It's a cause for concern, no? Mirabelle, I hear you. Oh my God, that is so funny. You know, wetin we dey look for this world as women. Many things dey when we say women suppose to dey accomplish, dey add value to society. Why be say for our own matter for Nigeria, na man na im we tie put for head like wrapper? Why? They take am do us. You go see woman wey be say e go dey well educated, everything complete for am. But that aspect, e go anyhow, anybody wey come na im go take unto say because e wan get person for this life. The focus wey you suppose focus to do better thing for this life, you no go get am, because to her she feels like society don make am feel like say, oh, she's nothing without the man, she cannot attain anything without the man. Wetin we dey find? Wetin we dey look for? You know, there was a video I saw one time, not too long ago though. There was this lady was talking about Nigerian women, how strong they are, but when it comes to man matter, they turn mumu. They go turn capital MUMU. You go see Nigerian woman confidence, strong, go getter, achieving, everything set. But when it turn to man matter like this, they just turn to capital MUMU. When we supposed to dey attain for this life, dey do better thing, because your own go dey where you dey work, na you go chop. You understand? If you're busy doing the things that matter to you, from where you take dey do the work, na there you go take chop. And then you go take see, maybe not be there, but it will open up avenues to you to meet all kinds of people. Then you can make a very sound decision for your life. And you know, all this thing of a set time, a set, you have to be here by a certain time, you have to get this by a certain time. All those things are all illusions. You get there when you get there. It's not by force. Neka, na so them go praise because I drive in. Thank you. God bless you, Neka. Exactly. Somebody when you see you for inside that Infinity, and say, oh, see as this woman they enjoy. Hi, husband just buy an Infinity. Hi, man. I wish that man would just look my side. Can you imagine that? But nobody knows the story behind it. Nobody, whether now you even buy the Infinity now, they don't know. Whether na your money you take gather buy am, they no know. But they go put eye because you dey drive Infinity. You do exactly. They don't know if you're struggling. They don't know whether you have eaten sef. They don't know that person dey sick. They don't know. They just don't know. You be wishing unknown things to yourself. Greed and laziness. Yes, that one are part of am. Lack of contentment. When you no dey content with the small when you get, say okay, oh, this one at least I no get everything, but I get this one. You know, they think about the things when you feel dey grateful for your life, but you go dey put eye for another person own. You go dey put eye for another person own. Why? Find someone who's equally, find somebody who you connect with. Find whatever you like. Everybody get wetin they like. Find them. And no, you don't have to be with a black person. There's so many options. Why do we do this to ourselves, especially Nigerian women? We're always dogging each other out. It's not supposed to be. I get it that we have some bad players amongst us. Absolutely. There will always be some. But can we have more good than bad? Can we celebrate each other and be there for each other and encourage each other to be the best version of ourselves? You go see, you will meet person when you never meet. You go see person when you never see for a long time. Now the first person when you go ask you, are you married? How's the family? How's the children? I think that is the end all and be all of life. Like that watermelon friend, she should have gone into Beast 5. I'm telling you, it's looking like she's prepping herself for wife number 3. That's what it's looking like. Because the way she was talking yesterday, hey, I see now, wow, Egbami, just carry another person put for problem, put for head, they hawk am like hot akara. Eh? Exactly, she does. See the way she was saying she loves her friend. She's a ride or die. She will do this for her friend. Kukuma be no house no wife number 3, make we rest. Since the man says he's a proud polygamist, what else is new? Eh? Hey, thank you, Natu. You want soft life, but you don't want to work for it. I mean, please help me understand. In these times that we're in, you want soft life, but you don't want to work for it. You don't want to work for it. What is wrong with us? Especially Nigerian women that they talk to now. What is no? Because only us we know for now. Only us I fit talk to. Man, I not fit talk about another person. Why are we like this to each other? We're supposed to be each other's biggest support, knowing that we know as women together, as Nigerian women, society is not kind to us. Shouldn't we be kind to ourselves? Nigerian society is not kind to Nigerian women. Shouldn't we try and elevate each other and be kind to ourselves and make it easy for ourselves? Eh? Anytime my husband wants to give his people money, I ask so he go get weight. Exactly. Now so them come they hail their brother. Yes. You say until they behave, I comot subsidy, the hike. Now to hear something else. Yeah. make I share my link. Make we talk this matter because honestly, I tire for our people. I really tire for our women folk. I really, really tire. Sometimes I dey wonder which side of the bed dem dey lie down put. Wetin dey go through their head, because you be like say na so so man, 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 man. Anything else, I no know. I've had experience of these types of women from my ex sugar baby friend. Marriott, you and your names. They are greedy and they don't care about anyone. I'm telling you, Marriott, you're right. It's crazy. Eh? I derive joy in swiping my card, so I dey hustle. Cause I no wan hear you are extravagant from my husband, cause that na why I dey hustle. Exactly. Natu, thank you very much. That's why you hustle. You make the dough so you can do if na flashy things you like to carry all the designer bag, all of them, all the name brands. Then na your money you take dey buy am. Nobody go hold you. Nobody go come meet you tell you say, oh, by the way, oh, Marriott, welcome. Oh.
Madam,
Hey, my friend, my
have you
sister, my friend.
have you both post Boxing Day?
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you very much. I called because I want to this is not me trying to be a devil's advocate. This is my legit opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I have very little time for the average Nigerian woman. I used to joke that the average Nigerian man and the average Nigerian woman deserve each other.
True.
Because I haven't seen the video of the lady, the watermelons friend. I haven't seen the video. I don't need to see the video. Like I said, I had an ex sugar baby friend, and to show the delusion, like how much they don't care. It got to a point where this woman was making fun of the actual wife. You are in her house. You are making fun of her.
Can you imagine that?
Doing one-way competition with a woman that doesn't see you. And it's not as if you're only seeing that one person, you're seeing multiple people. Because for all these kinds of like watermelon, maybe not watermelon, I don't know anything about her, but maybe for the friend who says she doesn't mind being
in a polygamous relationship.
for a rich man. That's as long as the money is there and I'm going to enjoy from the largesse of that wealthy person, that is all they care about. Like, family be damned. They don't have any guidelines. There's nothing, when you want to do something bad, you feel guilt.
Yeah.
They don't feel
your
any
conscience.
guilt.
Yeah.
No. because the money it's all about they don't mind this person. I think I've mentioned it once before. This person has no problem destroying my own life just so she
Wow.
can. But and crazy things that they don't see. Like I remember for this person, she didn't see it. Like she didn't see the selfishness. It didn't compute for her because it's tunnel vision of how I'm going to get money from this person or that person or how I'm going to get validation from this supposed high society person so I can be
Right.
in and pretend to be a like essentially cosplaying as a rich person. So that because I listened to like the beginning part of Auntie B, like introduction. I didn't watch the whole show because I'm genuinely tired of that couple's the throuple
Yeah.
story. I'm
It's
so tired of
exhausting.
like I'm so tired of hearing the same thing. But I listened to when she did the intro and this person was saying, as long as a rich person, she's not unique. Maybe because I grew up in I grew up in Lagos. I didn't see that when I lived in Ondo. It was only the coppers that brought that kind of mentality because they came from outside, not people from Ondo.
Right.
In Abuja, it was kind of like that. Everybody was looking for somebody with politician money. So that mentality of, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this. But if there's money, I don't care. As long as there's money. So they don't even have, you can't say, oh, this is what you can't pick a Nigerian woman as the average. I'm not saying everybody, the average Nigerian chick now and say, what would you like in a man? They'll just say, I want somebody who's God-fearing, who has money. They have no other criteria for who they want. There's nothing like, oh, I want him to be kind. I want him to be ambitious. I want him to be give. They don't think. So maybe for people who are maybe for recently, maybe you're not used to that Lagos typical Ninja thinking. It's jarring. But for me, it's not even jarring at all.
It is because I didn't grow up in Lagos, for instance, right? I grew up in small towns. I grew up in a small town in Edo State, and then I grew up a little bit in Ibadan, right? And in Ibadan, that kind of mentality wasn't around me. I mean, I didn't have that. You know what I mean? There was nothing that, even in the
Yeah.
small town I grew up with in Edo State, everybody stuck to their own. And the men that were polygamous, they were polygamous. It was obvious. You see them with their multiple wives, right?
Yeah.
And for them, they had, enough to cater to these women. So hearing this thing, even though yes, I mean, I lived in Lagos a little bit, but my circle was not like that. So
Yeah.
it's very difficult for me to even wrap my mind around it because the people I interacted with in Lagos were very, independent, and like they knew what their focus was. Like nobody was looking to get somebody. It was not a thing. It was not a thing. So it really is jarring for me. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
naive. I don't know. It's
No,
really
you're not
jarring.
naive. You're not naive. It's just how rapidly Nigeria has decayed. Because when in the comments I mentioned my other friends, I have three other very close friends. One we've been friends since I was 9. My other 3 friends are very normal. We're always trying to push each other for better, like coming from a good place. Oh, I want to try this thing, or I want to do this course, or I want to. One of them
Right.
is she's an assistant lecturer at University of Lagos. So I have normal friends.
Right.
But in that same Lagos, just stray away from the lights of your normal life in Lagos, and just stray, because people don't even try to have friendships in Lagos anymore. Lagos of now, everybody's always sizing each other up for the bigger thing. Like if they're talking to you, it's because they still see something that they think that they value, and yet they're using it as a stepping stone for whatever the next thing is.
That is crazy.
It's crazy, right? But that place is such a cutthroat place. So I don't even want to sit down here and start making excuses for them and start saying patriarchy shekiniko. No, like it's not poverty. That's another thing. I know there's one
It's
time I
not.
used to
It's
say,
not.
oh, it's
They've always
poverty.
been poor people.
No, it's exactly not. They're greedy. They see the
It's
things that other people
greed,
have. Like when Nneka was
gluttony.
saying she drives an Infinite, and they say her husband bought it for her. That's how they think, because that's how they are. They don't assume that this woman that is driving this whatever luxury vehicle worked for her. She has a business. She has a job and paid for her car. Because all they know is exchanging your body parts for money, They assume
Hi.
everybody's like that. So for them, their own is, this person's enjoying. I want to have what they have. If they get into the same proximity with that person's husband, partner, whatever it is, they're going to make a beeline for that person because they think that's where the money is coming from. Even if that's not where, because for Lagos, it's only, our cultural belief that it's the man that is providing. Everybody just assumes that one man is rich somewhere. Most families in Lagos are not like that, So yeah, they don't care. They really don't care. So that comment that lady made didn't surprise me because she's literally waiting for somebody's husband now to wife her.
That's what it is. But the funny thing is that these people are not in Lagos. That girl is not. She's in what? Enugu or Anambra, whatever place. That's where they are. So that means that it's gotten so deep to the interior now.
Everywhere. I think if it's a major city, this craziness is just everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. And the way she was saying it, that the other person should be, I think that the other person should rest, something like that. Like the wife. Like essentially saying, this is what we do in our culture. She should go and relax. She should go and relax or accept it. And it's crazy. People like this, they themselves are usually very jealous.
Yeah, thank you. They are the ones that will throw themselves on the floor and make a spectacle of themselves. If anything like that happens to them, they would drama about it. Hey, listening to her yesterday, I was in shock. One part of the reason why I stayed and listened to the whole thing was I was in shock. At the same time, I was like, is this really coming out from this girl's mouth with the boldness and the audacity?
What else did she say?
She was saying, so one of the ladies now asked, she was saying that, look at he's very unhappy, he's miserable. Can you see, something like that? So one of the girls on the panel now said, what makes you think that May is not also unhappy? Why do you assume it's only the man that is unhappy? Do you understand what I'm saying? And she was like, and then she was quiet. After a while, when she saw the way the questions were coming at her, like when she saw that people were not, I think what she was expecting was maybe for Daddy Freeze and everybody else to just join her and, let them dig into May. But that didn't happen.
Daddy Freeze, that one that from both sides of his mouth. He's not going to say
exactly. So you understand.
He wants to pour your heart out and say everything that caused controversy and get views for him. So why would he?
That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
But what I liked that Daddy Freeze did, which I don't really watch his show, but for the first time, I liked the fact that he told the girl blatantly that he should instructed her, first of all, to that what she said about Judy's ex-husband or whatever was very wrong. She shouldn't talk like that. And then also to tell Yo, if she ever gets to him, to leave me alone. He cannot do his polygamy. He can do whatever he wants, but he needs to leave her alone because she has never disrespected him.
He's harassing that woman right in front of us.
In front of us on a regular basis.
He's harassing her.
And we're all watching it. This is what pains me. Does she not have brothers that can go and put some fear in him? Because it's very, very sad to watch. That kind of person can do something terrible to her.
Yeah.
If we're not paying close attention.
To me, she comes across, like, at least from just the fact that he's always commenting, mentioning her, putting comments. To me, what I felt, and I have my views on whether, what's going on, like, with her and what she's waiting for and all of that.
Right.
But to me, she just seems so unprotected. That's how
she is. Like, thank you. It's the same way I see her. To me, she feels like someone who's just, all the security around her is open. Anything can happen at any. I feel concerned for her.
And she's always taking the high road. That's what, like,
yes.
Sometimes when when something is happening and you're shell shocked by something terrible happening to you, you always have, like people who support you, who speak up for you, things like that.
Right.
But the fact that this person keeps coming back to her and leaving comments, just trying to wear her down, because what he's doing, he's wearing her down to accept his foolishness so that he can feel better, so that everybody can stop criticizing him for the mistakes that he made. And this clown went and put some epistle saying that, he has, out of the 100 things, he did 99 things well and
praising himself.
Like what? Who's like he has marked his own script and said, "Oh yeah, you did well. This is the pass." What a psycho! You've upended your family for nonsense. And look at the person that he's with and her friend. They're clearly
crazy people,
equally yoked, just bottom of the barrel type people. Because she was also cheating on her husband. What kind of wait. I feel sorry for that. I maybe she's waiting to maybe he'll come. Know how Ninja wives be doing. They'll pray and he'll come back to his senses and he'll leave Watermelon alone and come back. Maybe that's what she's waiting for. I don't know, but I do feel bad for her because he's a pest. He won't leave her alone.
He is a pest. I wish she had a brother who has the audacity to just get, put some fear in him. That man needs to be checked. It's getting dangerous. He's constantly harassing this woman every single day. He doesn't even care about his children. He doesn't care about their feelings. It's ridiculous. And the whole world is watching as this woman gets harassed on a daily. I tell you, she's just trying to be strong for her children. It cannot be easy for her.
Can you imagine what he's doing in real life?
Exactly, that's what I thought. I'm like, my God, imagine what this woman has been putting up with. That's what came to my mind. I'm like,
he'll probably be trying to enter rooms without her permission, as per I'm still your husband.
I'm telling you,
her peace, entering her pot to eat her food because I'm still your husband. I'm just suspecting that's the kind of energy that he brings forth. Like he's
exactly.
He seems he's not like, when you've messed up so badly, you now realize that you've messed up, because before he was trying to hide it with his fake ego and his fake pride. I don't know what he's proud about, but now I think he has realized, what, actually maybe I didn't really do this well. But he's still now he's doing that Yoruba demon thing where you treat somebody so badly and then you go and kneel in the middle of the street and kneel down and tell everybody, you call Adibo, me bear, so that you then look like a sympathetic character and everybody's not saying please forgive him. That's the equivalent of that's the stage where
you're right.
He's such a sick person.
He is sick. He needs help. He's sick. The thing is, it's pissing me off listening to that girl and that who or whatever that was talking yesterday. I felt like going through the screen and just punching her face.
Watermelon.
What are you saying? What the hell is wrong with you people? What are you saying?
Dysfunctional. That's growing up from dysfunctional home. The signs be that.
I know too.
Those are some of the signs.
Marriott is greeting you now too.
Hey sis, what's up? I saw you in Obodo today.
Me?
No, it was Mirabel. That wasn't you. Sorry. All these M's are confusing me.
People always think that Mirabel is actually me, and she gets really offended. So next time you want to call Mirabel, just say Marriott again, just so.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
It be like so no. You be like so no Mirabel and Marriott. No, I only put mouth for their matter. If you see them, they argue.
Can you guys hear me?
Looking at them side eye. You not see as Marriott gang up with me. Them, if you want beat me on behalf of Mirabel yesterday, say I talk to her sister anyhow. Hey, Edgar.
You're talking to her sideways.
It was not a small something.
Unacceptable.
It was not a small something. That sisterhood thing here catch me. Can't remind me of me and my twin sister.
Now so they be twins. Yep. I'm telling you, they follow each other.
We fight each other. I
go to my sister's house. Wait, is Marion or Mirabel, are they twins?
There you go. They're not be twins, so they're not be twins, my sister, but they do like twins. I never see anything like that for my life.
I went to my sister's house today. I
and
was warning my kids to stop stressing my sister.
all
of them were looking at me.
And then they fight pass. If you see Marriott and Mirabel fighting,
leave us if we fight. I beg, no put mouth. So if you fight ourselves, we put mouth. Because if you put mouth, you go leave the fight now. Go your head.
And Mirabel get mouth. This Mirabel he get mouth. Her mouth sharp. And Marriott too. Marriott go they use English. He and Mirabel they speak grammar. Because they go school pass. We not go school.
Leave these two people with their English. You know what I'm faulting in all this issue, right? Is Judy's family. And let me tell you why. See, there was someone that I dated. Every girl when get to go bring to mama say seeing wife. And the mama will collect. Every girl, you go to say seeing wife. So when we started, he told the mom. So the mom now said, tell me if you like her, the girl now. He now said that he will tell the mom. So in him trying to break up, he now went to engage another girl. And the mom now collected that girl. So that was where I knew problems started. Your daughter is married to somebody. Another person bring dowry, can't give now collect.
Wow.
You understand? Yes, now, Judy's people, they collected the dowry. And then they are returning her husband's money to him. My question is, did you ask your daughter what is the problem?
Yeah.
Did you guys try to resolve it? But now they remind me of Hausa people. Say poor Hausa man. They think of anything but money. Once one allergy see picking, just say one marry this one. They will just give you. Because they know they don't get their new ticket. So now they don't see you, they think they're a millionaire. And they hijacked the guy. And he came and paid bride price and they collected. When your daughter was still married to somebody, that was where the issue started. If her family had said, don't bring anything here, or we are not collecting, she's married, she has a husband, all this one will not happen. But they didn't say that. They collected the bride price. So you see where the problem started? Because they are enabling the shenanigans she's doing. And it was okay with them. Also, can you guys hear me or I'm talking to myself? Yes, something happened. I'm talking to myself. Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh.
I can hear you. Yeah.
We that grew up in a very strict homes. Earring. If I buy earring, where at the end time my mama will ask me where you get that earring from. Small earring. That was how bad it was when we were growing up. So I don't know what happened to parents now. I don't know if parents now, some parents see their daughters as meal tickets. So anybody will just bring, they'll collect because they don't see where their food comes from. You guys will not encourage your daughters to go have a career, do something with their life, better themselves. No. And all these things too, lack of role models, they cause her. Because some girls don't get people to direct them. You see, from dysfunctional home, it gets good side and bad side. The good side is some people, when they see, they will say, I know poor for my life. Or I know go treat my wife the way my papa treat my mama, or the way my mama treat my papa. And they will work together. Some people will let that upbringing now affect anything that they have to do in the future. So it's a blessing and a curse. Obama grew up with his mom. And because his father was an absent father, he promised himself that he has to be present in the life of his daughters. He made that decision and he stuck to it. Why not say you want to say you go jail because your papa is a bad person, or say papa get male figure?
So not true. Marriott say, but these ones are grown, long in tooth.
Sis, no be today this one started. This Judy and this thing.
Now true.
If you see water way sour, go check something there inside. if you see water where they what do they call her? You know how if you put grain inside water and leave it for too long, what do they call itself? Why my head just went blank. But that's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
You can keep water like forever, nothing will happen to it. But once there is something in that water, shikena, you messed up the water and you go start to see those small bugs they settle on top of it. So you didn't start today. Your daughter is grown. She's still not above you. Let me tell you, when I was 33, I went to Nigeria. 32, not 32. I went to Nigeria dating this guy. We went out. In our house, there's curfew. No matter your age, coffee for our house at 8 o'clock. Because we do night prayer to go sleep. So Apollo will go watch match. I no come back till 10 o'clock. When I enter house and I see my mama face, I just inbox the guy, say, just message and say, I beg no come until the day my mama smile with me. I know they come out. It took me 4 days. 4 good days. So the moment you see your child doing that, you're supposed to nip that in the butt before it goes too far. But because alonga they worry them, they buy this, buy that, can't give them, they collect. That's not why they don't tell the daughter anything.
But you know, another thing when it come my mind as they talk now, not to now, they say some children grew up in homes where these habits, their mama too was like a second woman, or she snatched another person man, take born them. So na circle. You understand what I'm saying? So they watch their mother maybe started being with someone else, and next thing the man you don't become second wife for the house. So sometimes when kids see those types of patterns growing up, that they leave them out. It now becomes a lifestyle for them as well. And some parents, may we not even pretend, some parents they encourage their children, their daughters, to do these things. Some girls, some men will come find some small girls for us. They go give the mama money, give papa money, give everybody money. The whole family go embrace the man. Meanwhile, the man a married man.
Hausa man they appeal to get girls and when he get boy. My neighbor born 3 boys. She come born girl. The day when she born the girl, she say, "Not to my own be this one, because this one go do for me, her husband go do for me. But the boys, they will do for me. They'll first do for their wife and their wife family before they will come do for me." So outside people, they see their children like music, and that's why you see their children getting married early to rich people because of what they see and they get. And this is where it comes to we changing the narrative with our kids now. Because there's a problem if you're not self-aware. You yourself, you don't even know who you be, waiting you want. So anything goes.
That's not true. That's not
anything.
true. Yeah.
But the moment you know yourself and you know what you want, Shikena, you're not gonna take it. You ever see magnet the whole rubber?
No.
Exactly. So you attract anything. All this too much Nollywood what they watch. You go somewhere, you go to club, you meet a rich man. No. How about meeting rich guys at CEO meetings? How about that one? Let me tell you my mantra. I've said it all the time. I don't just want to be a rich man's wife. I want to be the rich wife too. I want my own money.
Yes, now.
Too. But some women, they are just sent into other. They are just set to destroy other people. They want job where they know so. See this thing. Why would it start from Bible now? What happened with Rachel Papa do with Rachel and Leah? What is brother do? Israel. It's not today. It's been since time memorial. It's been there. Just social media just they amplify everything for us now.
I just a pity for me. Now that one they do me pass for this matter.
Somebody side chick for years. Are you okay? Is that normal?
Exactly.
Nah.
Oh my, I don't feel too bad.
Why do you say that?
May is good.
When she's ready, she'll leave.
No, it's not even that. I feel bad for her because she's constantly regularly taunting her,
Yeah,
directly and indirectly. That alone is messed up.
Oh my, let me tell you something about me. People like that, right? They've been going through this stuff for a long time. They don't build thick skin already. It is something they do, they affect her. Maybe today instant. So she don't already
That's
build thick skin.
You're probably right too.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
it starts,
thinking that's true.
it
You
it
talk.
starts, it starts when you go to cry. Wait, I don't know. I'm sorry if I say maybe I don't want to say anything that will just upset anyone. But even when you marry, when you marry newly, every small thing you won't fight, you won't cry. It go get sometimes where your partner go do something, just sit down and look at you don't want even talk. Like bro, I ain't doing this today. But in the beginning, why you not bring toilet cover down? Why you not wipe this thing? Why you keep cup for here? But now you go just carry cup, just return am where it's supposed to. So May don't if you know the see me picture see the glow, she don't
She
develop this skin.
every day. I'm so happy. Anytime, oh my, my spirit they lift when I dey see her. She just they glow, they shine, soft life. The reason why I talk say the reason why I say I dey fear for her, I'm concerned for her is that regular taunting get wetin they do when you're trying to move on and just live your life, and somebody keeps coming at you in the most petty way.
Since I don't
it
explain
has
to
a,
you,
it
18
has a
years,
way of seeping
18
in too.
years,
I
18
wish
years.
I wish she had, like, for me, like, I have my brothers, but you can't try that with me or any of
No,
my sisters
no.
because of the type of brothers I have. You know what I mean?
Let me
I
tell
wish
you
she
something.
had somebody that would put some
Oh, I
fear
have
in this man's heart to
question.
stop this rubbish she's
I
doing.
have question too. What's her name? Um,
Marriott,
you no get sisters.
he get one sister. I heard he has one sister. That's what I heard.
Let me tell you something. My brother got married, right? He's not even he's my cousin, but he stayed with us. So you know how Africans, you know how we are now, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
My brother's wife is not allowed to exchange word with any woman or fight her. We do it for her.
Mm-hmm.
We do it for her. I
Mm-hmm.
know fight woman because of my husband, but for my sister-in-law, ah, if my brother they talk to girl, he go say my wife no get problem. But now that my sister in America head the touch. Life, I will talk, listen, I will give you sleepless night. You get one girl. So you see another thing that you said earlier, right? Some of these girls listen to the lies that these married men tell them, and they don't know
Yeah.
that this is saying it just to get them. Imagine my brother has 3 kids. You leave your wife, go to commute with girl, and you not tell the girl say you marry. And the girl, because as you mumu rich, you see guy with beard, you don't think her. You're now calling this guy white beard for that matter. You now be calling this guy 11 p.m., 11:30. So one day my sister-in-law come tell me say somebody dey come my brother for night, but he say na our cousin. But where in mumu reach, he save the girl name full as e dey for Facebook.
Ah.
So I ask her say wetin be the name wey you see? When she tell me, I say we no get that one for our family. I say no worry. I just inbox the girl. As I just see the girl, we have friends in common. And I ask my friend, you know this girl? She say yes. I say okay. And my brother girlfriend. But I just want me help me tell her if she won't marry, make she not stay in Nigeria. Cause I go find girlfriend for her husband. I
Mm.
swear me. I own my state. I fit trek from one end to another end of my state. That's how much I know it and I know people. This girl
Mm.
started begging until she came to the house to beg my brother's wife. And come and see the girl self. This woman, after 3 children, the girl has nothing compared to that woman. So as they tell us, men they think in between their legs. So anything where they go tell this girl, they will just accept. Oh, my wife is not nice. My wife doesn't like me. She doesn't sleep with me. Person
Mm-hmm.
just find your wife that night. Can't lie for you. You can't follow open for her because he tell you say his wife is not a good person. You don't even know where how they take hustle reach you. All families are they have role to play, and any person, man or woman in this life, If you no get person where they look up to, we no feel call am or caution am, avoid that person.
Exactly. I'm telling
Avoid.
you, word, I beg. Not to
Be-
make you just talk, so I beg talk am again.
I
We
say
women, we know they know
any
wetin we should.
person, woman
Mhm.
or man, we no get mentor or anybody we look up to, we feel call am to caution match break for am, avoid the person.
Exactly. Person wey no dey hear word for people mouth, wey lack character. Clearly, this you guy does not have character.
Sorry,
He's a very low vibration human being. I
but
don't know. Ah, go
but
ahead.
but his father is misogynistic. All the people that he was talking to in the beginning, they agree with him. Like, we're saying this as though this person cheated, on his partner. No, in his mind, he married a second wife.
No, he has been cheating with the
He
girl.
does
You
no,
you
but what
people
I'm
think that maybe
saying
we know
is
about Judy a long time.
there is nobody to caution him. That is a society where it is okay to marry a second wife.
Sis, let me tell you
Who's
something.
caution him about what?
Even back in the days when our forefathers they marry more than one wife, they marry am for economic purpose now. Now because of farm, they marry more than one wife, so that they will have more wives and children to support their farm. So
That's true.
I am telling you this because I come from a family of farmers. My father is the first person in his family to go to school, and because when they had him, he was not a healthy baby, so they were scared of sending him to the farm so that he will not go and die. And his uncle, that was a teacher, like, okay, let me carry this one to school since he can't go to farm. That's the reason why he went to school, right? So your husband will get big farm, you go get a small one. Then in the morning, all of them will go husband farm, go farm. And all of them, none of the wives have less than 5 kids now. So why you go hire person where go farm? Because you have enough children to farm for you. But now everybody they want to use them, and even Islam will permit more than one wife. Go ask them. I'm a Christian, but I'll tell you because I grew up in the north. Quran say if you can treat them equally, and is that possible? It's not possible. You have to be able to treat them equally and be fair. So make people stop to they use that kind of thing up and down, up and down.
I'm not
No, I'm not saying
trying.
to you. No,
Yeah,
sis,
no, I
I'm
get that.
talking
I'm
to
just
you.
saying that, your comment about isn't there anybody to talk to him? Doesn't he have sisters? You heard his father. At the beginning of this whole saga, you heard Peter Duce talking. You heard what he said. Oh my, you remember what he said?
Yeah, I
Right?
remember. I
So what
actually remember
what
that. I
kind
was
of
like, I wasn't
daughters?
surprised that he did it because the dad made some very, very misogynistic statements about
Eh,
women. When your husbands are cheating, put condoms in their back.
yeah.
What kind of advice
So
is that?
the kind of daughters that will come from a family like that, they are the exception. Maybe they locked out, but if I would just use logic, they should come out all think being handmaidens too. The dummies that are putting condom in their husband's pocket so that it does not bring diseases back to them. So what can those people say to him? That's how they grew up.
And these are some of the things that, especially these are not married, to be seen as red flags. And for you to pull back
Yes.
and not get yourself involved. When you start
You're right.
seeing a family that acts like that, then it should tell you that nobody can talk to this person.
Yep.
It should tell you that, let me tell you, sis, we should be able to have friends. I get friends who go tell me, oh, her, they go say, babe, you mess up. You mess up. Like, I have those people around me that will say that to me. They no go sugarcoat am. You
Yeah,
need to have 1, 2, 3 of those people in your life.
that's true. Word up.
So, but a lot of people don't because they feel like they're above that. Nobody can tell them I've achieved too much. First of all, how many talents do you get? The only thing you get are that voice and in papa name.
Which
That's the only
voice? Voice when they make up. He dey wear that voice. So he dey put am on
Oh, you
intentional.
mean
I
that
can't
voice is fake?
stand that voice.
You mean the voice is
really.
fake?
Yeah, that
Ah,
useless voice. Irritating.
I really wish for her that she's able to find. I maybe she's trying to navigate in a way where she still stays and she still gets to keep her husband, but this person does not love her Because
See,
her
I
marriage,
hope
I
she's
don't.
not.
Obviously,
let me
I
I'm
tell
hope
not
you.
she's not
outside, but that
thinking like
marriage is
that.
That's what I
dead.
want to say. That's what
That
I want to
marriage is
say.
dead.
What are you trying to keep?
There's nothing there. Someone that doesn't care about you.
You won't tell me. See, I won't ask questions. You won't tell me. Like when I come America, they wear XXS and they wear size 0. So you mean the pants where I use that time where I don't reach size 8 now? I'll see they keep them because I won't wear her. I just they ask.
No. Well,
Exactly.
unless you want to get back to that size, then you go do all the
Exactly.
things necessary.
How? From size 8, how you want to go back that 0? If you go back 4 or 6, but 0, except person get HIV, I beg.
No, it's literally a marriage where, like, you've already spilled the toothpaste. You can't put it back in. Like, they can,
Yeah,
no matter
that's the
what,
point where they
she can
are.
never be secure in this marriage ever again. So what I'm thinking, maybe I don't know, but I really hope for her sake that she's just, preparing herself for how she wants to navigate the end, and not hoping that this quote unquote this strange woman will leave her husband, because her husband already left her.
No. We don't even want to. He shouldn't even come back. I
He
think
has already gone.
May is so much better than that man. I'm sorry. She married a loser. I'm
And let me
sorry.
tell
I
you,
know she's
Yeah,
the
she
father
did.
of her.
this thing that
She
happened,
married
right?
a loser. The guy has a
This
terrible
That's why you're looking
attitude.
like this guy.
this thing that happened is a blessing to her.
It is a
I
huge
didn't even
one.
know her in the beginning. I didn't know her before. No joke. I didn't know her until all of this happened. So it's a blessing for her. See, our people say if you want dig hole, may you dig and small. Cause sometimes they go, they think say they do person bad. You don't know so that good they do the person. That time before all this like new age chemical, where they will carry girls go and stay with your auntie, and they'll be saying my auntie is wicked, my auntie is wicked, my auntie is wicked. When you come marry, you come say, this my auntie do me better thing. Because now you'll be able to do a lot of things. And we've seen a lot of those things in movies where they will say, they suffered the person staying with them. She ended up being a very good person, very clinical, and their kids turned out to be something else. So now he thought he's doing her bad. But that's why I was saying, don't you have his sister can't talk to him?
No, he can't, because look at the family. The family, Papa get misogynistic views. Which kind? Wetin the sister want talk? I'm not sure say the sister get voice for that house. I'm sorry. The way I take see am, I could be wrong,
Yeah,
I
maybe
could be
she's not
wrong. I
like
stand to be
them, but
corrected, but man, from what I'm seeing, the harassing of May is too much.
yeah, he's harassing. And I don't think
Somebody
Nigerians
needs to
even realize
call
that he's
him
harassing her.
and put him in check.
But there's a
Some
problem.
fear in him.
If he is not answerable to anyone, who won't check her?
But there are
Nobody.
people that can. There are people who,
No.
if, for instance, she had a family, right? Who maybe they have family that have, this way of doing things. Somebody from her family can put fear in him.
Sis,
How can
one
you
thing
be
that
doing that to a woman
one thing that you're not
consistently like that?
understanding, one thing that
Eh?
you're not understanding that I explained earlier. In this life, we have people that they look up to and they listen to them. We have people that don't listen to anybody.
This one is not a matter of you talking to him and him listening. No, that's not what I'm talking about. It's about straight up warning. You tell
Or
her,
like
you say, come, let's sit down and talk like him. No. You don't pass that one. You go put the guy in his place. This is harassment. Not be talk. They don't need to sit down and talk to this kind of person. He's off his cuckoo. He be like say they operate on another level. The guy, I mean, look at what happened. They Photoshop. I don't agree share that picture
that
intentionally
wasn't him
because
that
I don't want
Photoshop.
disrespect that woman. I don't want disrespect me. They
My
Photoshop
internet
another
in-laws Photoshop.
eh?
Now internet in-laws Photoshop that picture.
I know. Now I want talk so. Now the same girl when show up for that the free show now Photoshop am. The girl Photoshop am. No, not being Photoshop am. You say he collect am from Facebook. They don't already do am. He just collect am, post am for Instagram. Okay. You can't go under the comments. You can't go like her. You they agree. Do you know how annoying and do you know how disrespectful that is? Do you know how disrespectful that? Then on top of that, I mean, it could be like say, even with the comments, the statement when they make, the man no even, it be like say no even read that. He's so disrespectful to this woman. He no care. He just want, he dey pain am say the plan wey dem be get for her. Maybe they expected her to be crying in one corner, losing her mind and all of that, so that he can really take advantage of her. None of that happened. So now he's just throwing everything at her to just see whether anything will stick so that she can be down. Just shall want her to be down. It is annoying. It is so annoying. I hope and I wish that somebody will be man enough amongst them to stop this guy from doing these silly things that he's doing. It's not by force. Now you go out, go meet another woman, give her belle, make her your wife. The woman don't follow you drag. The only one thing tell you, may God judge you and her.
Like
Since then, don't they judge.
Somebody said in Auntie B's show today, they said that probably this is not the first pregnancy, but this one she want use her hold and say she no come out, and he has to go pay dowry. That now why that thing happened. It's not to be that they're together now.
I no say no be today. My point be say, okay, fine, we agree say no be today. We agree say the two don't go on for a long time. Okay, we have not seen you don't marry the woman. The wife say no, they interested. Wetin be your own? Why are you always harassing her with it? This thing when they look, when they be like say, we just they look at it can turn into something else.
It can escalate.
If it continues, it can escalate.
It is escalating self, because not that he's very good to be putting comments in Photoshop pictures to say how it should be. He's trying to tell her this is how you're going to live your life, basically, and you have to accept it or not. So he's actually escalating in his delusions.
Exactly. It's escalating because it's ridiculous now, to the point where this woman is just trying to move on and make the best of her life, but you keep poking at her. This thing can turn ugly.
Because it's miserable.
Sorry, what did you say?
He's miserable.
Hey, blame him carry his misery to his watermelon. Who sent that message? The person sent that message. Me go meet in watermelon and be miserable there. Leave this woman alone. She's growing. She has accepted what you have done to her. She don't follow you argue. She don't follow you quarrel. She don't move on. We don't know whether she dey cry for night every day before she sleep. But she's finding the strength to wake up every morning for the sake of her beautiful children. What else do you want? The woman say no do. What be your own?
Just I think as people we always focus on how much men are competitive, but women are also very competitive as well. Because what shocks me is that this dumb lady came on internet and basically defended her friend, basically against a woman that has done nothing to her.
Exactly. You don't even know her.
Competition goes over a man, they quickly turn you to the enemy. This woman has nothing to do with their BS, right? But for them, they just saw her as the enemy, so they have to drag her rather than tell the sperminator to get his life together.
She's sperminator,
but she's focusing. And that's now think of everyday women, not me. Think of everyday women that are not living, that are still in the house, and one side hand is fighting them, coming to pump their chest at them. Again, the woman has nothing to do with this, right? You've chosen to have a baby with somebody else's husband, but then you focus on the woman. So I think that also comes into this, because what is the best friend? What does May have to do with her? Like, how does it affect?
Thank you. How does it affect you? You're coming as a friend. We've already made her an enemy. Nobody cares about it. The woman doesn't even know you. What is your problem? Welcome, Sister Uju. Sister Uju, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Husband and wife issue, they need to put them outside.
This one, they don't make a public affair. Nobody will know. Me, I know they quick do. I never do me matter. I know they like to talk am because for me, the guy, they annoy me. So I know they bother. And they silently, they wish the woman well. But you see this woman, he do so. It's too much. Somebody needs to call him to order. He needs to leave her alone. Sister Uju, please, welcome, Jerry. Thank you.
Thank you. I was working today and I was listening to Obodo Igbo TV on the background, and I wanted to talk but couldn't. I was at work. Yesterday After watching that interview that lady had with Daddy Freeze, I couldn't sleep last night. And I was so mad and also afraid for me. I don't know, this fear just gripped me for her. And I started praying for her. And I don't know what I've shared. I've shared this before. You know, before that, Yul announced his marriage to Judy. I never knew May. But do you know that day it was announced, I took a nap and I dreamt about May. I saw her in my dream and she was so down. I'm very sensitive in the spirit. And she was so down. And she was saying, hey, now everybody knows. Oh God. I said, May, I don't know you, but don't worry. God is in control. God will take care of you. She was like, she lost every hope. So I said, don't worry. God will see you through. And see what God has been doing for her, you see? And this man is just out to destroy her. Do you know what Zukwanike means? Zukwanike means rest. Basically, you're doing too much rest. You have to accept this polygamy, whether you like it or not, rest, And it really bothered me. And when that lady was talking yesterday, that's Sarah Martins. And, she kept saying, you guys should understand that Judy is a nice person. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I can hear you clearly.
You guys can understand that Judy is a very nice person. She said, I'll take a bullet for Judy. So she was there defending Judy. Do you know what came to my mind? I said, this Sarah, all I want you to do is just sit down, have a quiet moment and put yourself in May's shoes. And then you'll understand. And she kept saying, if you see them together, they are match made from heaven. Nobody can separate them. I'm like, are you for real? This is somebody's husband. Nobody can separate them. Sometimes you will marry and then all of a sudden you will meet your soulmate. So Judy and Yul are soulmate. I said, no problem. We agree. Make them day their day now and leave me alone. Ogini Befa, what is this? What is this? They're just tormenting and taunting this lady. Okay, Judy and you are perfect. They are match made from heaven. They are soulmates. No wahala. I beg me, they carry their day and leave me. Why is you always, once she sees that this lady is doing well, remember she went to London and was doing amazingly well, doing her promotions and everything.
Yeah.
This man came and started apologizing and started talking rubbish. You see, if Judy is that your soulmate, what people do now when they find their soulmate, they tell the other one, bye now. I don't find
exactly.
And you go,
they go quietly go away, go there enjoy their soulmate. I don't know which one.
But why you get this soulmate, the one that give you everything, the one that they give you? Why are you still holding on to this lady that has been telling you, I don't want polygamy? What is this? It is turning into harassment.
Yes.
People are not seeing it. It's turning into harassment. You're harassing her. And even I uploaded a video on this. I said it is harassment now. And I like the way Daddy Free said that tells you to leave me alone. And everybody
I really appreciated him for saying that. Honestly, for the first time, I'm not a Daddy Freeze fan. I don't follow him. But for the first time, the intention and the way he said it, it was coming from deep within. Like, tell him to leave her alone. I really appreciated him for saying that.
That's what I'm begging. We're begging you. You carry your soulmate. Carry your.
I not follow Bego. He should leave her alone.
Carry everybody. Leave me alone. Rapiaka. My people say Rapiaka.
I bet speak alone. The language to Ram. Maybe you go here. Maybe some of them go here. Ram. Speak Rapiaka. The language. Make him leave her.
You rapu meaka. She said no. She doesn't want polygamy. Go with your Judy now. Rapu this lady aka. What is this? And you know, he uploaded a video and it clearly shows that maybe he's in Lagos. I'm afraid I don't know why I'm afraid for me. Guys,
nothing will happen to me. That one is
nothing will
sure.
happen to her. We don't know the cries. We don't know how this man torments her when they are
He
together.
doesn't, no matter the torment he torment her, man, guess what? He not fit do anything to me. That's just a fact. He can't. My own thing is keep her mouth out, keep her name out of your mouth. Go and stay with your watermelon.
Now. You found your soulmate. Jebeziano, go. Rulu Jebeziano, go. Go with your soulmate. Leave this lady alone. Every time, may I love you. I love you. My life or whatever. You are the love of my life. For where? She's the love of your life and you've been disgracing her and disrespecting her.
Dragging her in the mud. Love in the mud. You should take his love and shove it off watermelon's chest. They should be going.
See this Judy's friend. This person no even rich may have. And you've made it in a way that people like Judy's friend will be talking to your wife, talking about your wife, talking about your match made from heaven. Okay, that lady later apologized though. She said, I don't know me. I'm just standing for Judy, my friend.
Yeah, she said she apologized to me and her fans, right?
And her
because she I think her expectation was this, Uju. She was expecting that when she comes, right? You know, when she came, she was shouting. She came in aggressive, like maybe she thought people were going to come at her. When she saw that everybody was quiet and listening to her and was not falling for whatever tricks she was trying to pull, then she said it twice. The first comment she made was like, she doesn't know me, that May is a good person. She said that May is a good person the first time, and then towards the end she apologized to May and the fans that if she hurt anybody. But I'm like, it's a tad bit too late, girl. What are you even doing on live talking about someone else's affair? What is your own? Don't you have a life?
Exactly. And another thing that young girls should understand is this pickup line that married men throw at you guys. Oh, my wife doesn't give me this. My wife, we are falling, we're falling out of love and all that. Why are they just want to get something from you? Once they get that thing they want from you, just ask them, when are you going to leave this woman now that is no longer, satisfying you, that is no longer there, that you are not no more in love with this person? Why are the question you should ask yourself as a young girl, why are they still holding on to that woman? Why is that woman still their wife? Why are you the side chick?
Because they see that May is thriving. She's going places. That woman, I see her going places. I see her getting it, like for real. I see her even higher than where she is. That's where I see her. So they see that also. The man not be moving. The man said they find he want to hang on as much as possible. If May was not doing as well, if May was somewhere cuddled up crying, I guarantee you, Uju, he will not be professing any useless love that he's professing.
At all.
He will have abandoned. Now, because of the publicity when the wife they get, you see, say the woman don't they go places. Man, that woman is going places. This is why I'm concerned for, because the man will keep harassing her. He might turn ugly. This is why we need to call it out vehemently. I don't do May's news because for the respect for her, for her kids, I really don't want to engage in it. I'm just appalled at Yu's actions, at the way he behaves like an agberu, like a non-entity. That's the part that gets to me. But for the fact, I'm like, you know what? I got to put my voice in this because I don't know. That woman may be struggling with something. We don't know. We don't know at night whether she's crying or not. It's too much. Leave this woman alone. You say you won't be polygamous, man. He no follow you drag. Exactly. Go and do polygamy with watermelon. Leave her alone.
Exactly. My dear, after that dream that I had about me, that was why I was passionate about her. I talk about her. She doesn't know me from Adam. But once I feel in my spirit to speak, I talk. Because I know what I saw in the dream. And you know what is getting to Yu's head. That Judy's friend said, Yul is Odogu. What kind of stupid Odogu is it?
Exactly.
What kind of Odogu is that?
He's a man.
He's a man.
Oh God.
And you know why they call
Hey.
him a man? Because he committed adultery with this woman, got her pregnant. Now, oh, he's a man because he married her as a second wife.
The mentality.
But my problem is that's fine and dandy, but rap me, leave me alone. That's what I'm asking.
That
If
is it.
some men can rise and tell this man, leave this woman alone. You're harassing
Daddy
her.
Freeze has started it. I'm very happy. I hope other men would follow suit and demand that this asshole leave her alone. Sister Ju, thank you very much. Let me quickly
Thank
go
you.
to Abby.
Okay.
Abby, hi, welcome.
Hi, Omoya. Hi, everyone on stage.
Hi.
I just wanted to contribute and just to see the other side of it. Like you would notice that what's her name, Judy, right? When she posted her Christmas picture, it wasn't planned. So maybe it might have been an old picture, but at least she and the son were not wearing matching outfits like what's her name, May was doing, right? And then it was when May posted that Sheena came and posted. If you look at that, it's just inferiority complex. One, she has inferiority complex. She has low self-esteem. And if you take it back to that her friend, to that Sarah girl that was on that Freeze show, you can even see the way she was talking. These are people that really do not really have ambition and goals,
I
right? They really
agree
have,
100% with that.
so
Yes.
it's birds of the same feathers, right? So they feel that is to come into somebody else's life, take up something that somebody has built, and then they can build on it. And you can see that because she's just trolling May. Like if May should post something, she will go there and go and be. She's trying to form familiarity or sister wives or that kind of a thing. You understand? So it's somebody that truly, truly has very low self-esteem. She's very insecure. She really do not really know what she really wants out of life. You understand? And she's just using all these things to cover face. And oh, Yol is my husband and Mrs. What does she even call herself? Excellency or whatever it is that she has given herself.
Excellency of snatching people's husbands.
You know, so those are just things just to cover face. Behind the scene, I would think that things are not really working out well for she and Yo. Because if things are really like, if you look at some other relationship where the husband had cheated on the wife and now is with the second wife or the side chick, often at times the man sometimes even forgets about the first wife and the children. You understand?
Facts.
You understand?
That's true.
So for you to come and still be trolling me, there is still I think somebody said it on TV show that you got the shock of his life. Maybe in the past he has been doing a lot of things because we all know that he's egoistic from his attitude, what he has been portraying, right? So everything, so you tell that, oh, this one, May would not do anything. She would just take it, right? And then she would just do as usual, whatever I
Right.
say, whatever I need. But now the lady is standing up for herself. She's standing on her 2 feet. You understand? And this is a
Right.
shock for him. And he himself, he can't take that. Because to him, his ego and his pride is saying no, no. So that's why he's doing all these things. And behind the scene, I feel those ones that the other girl was saying that they are soulmates, that is rubbish. Because if truly things are really good with them, he won't even be doing, or he will forget about me. All this one that
This
he's
is true.
doing, he would forget about her and really focus on that chick. Whatever happened with them was just maybe infatuation and just, whatever I think. Now the real life issues now is really coming home. And both of them have
Whatever happened between them was a situationship.
exactly. You understand? So let's just see. Time is best teacher of time reveals all truth. Let's just give 2 years from now and let's see what we become both of them. As
My
for
own
me,
is
like
that while we're waiting for the 2 years, can he just leave
the
May's
poor lady
name
alone.
out of his
Yes.
smelly mouth?
I know,
Can
and
he do that?
I appreciate that. Even the May, I just thank God for the grace for her. But I hope she really do have some support system. And I think she does. Because
I
if
think
she
so
also
too.
have bad friends, it will be bad friends, just like what is her name? Watermelon have bad friend that came to reveal herself. If she had bad friend, those would be the one then fight back, talk to him, reply. But I think she do have somewhat good support that I think keep quiet. If there is need, just issue a public statement. But even the public statement, you will see she's not calling anybody's name. She's not doing basbos.
Yes.
It's just straight and direct to the point. And I pray God will give her that grace. People like that sometimes is they just need time to step back. Behind the scene, they are making their plans, they are doing everything. Once they now come out for you, now know their plan, you'll be like, so this woman can do this thing. You understand? And I just pray God will just give her that grace to really just hold herself together, do whatever is the plan she has, and for the children to the best of her knowledge and her interest. And by the time the real thing reveals itself, it will be like a shock even to you and the Judy. You know, so
I really hope so. I really want that to happen, honestly.
It's a telling the kind of society where we are now, especially with women, where we come in and embrace rubbish. And
honestly.
And I was somewhat even shy, and we say shy, I would say, I felt embarrassed for that lady Sarah. You're coming on public forum and you're coming to tell us this is the kind of person you are. And I really feel sorry for whoever that lady is dating. I truly feel, because that really tells you the kind of character she has, her intentions, who she has, and the kind of spirit she carries. I truly feel for whoever that lady is dating. It's really an embarrassment. I'm truly sorry. So that's what I kind of really just wanted to chime in to say. All is not well. If all is well, that Judy Austin, she will take good Christmas picture. And by the way, why is she not taking Christmas picture with other children? Why is she taking picture with only one? So she just wanted to do pepper them, add herself to this thing. If all is not well with this low self-esteem, she won't be attaching herself everything to May, and be doing all these shows she's doing. She will live her life. And these are the kind of women, it's not by just being fine, have breasts, have the hips and all that makes you a woman.
At all.
You know? So it's really kind of embarrassing when anyways, let me shut up now. Let other people go.
No, thank you very much, Abby. You came in with your points are very valid. I actually do to a certain extent. I agree with you. You're probably right that if really that woman is her soulmate, as they say, you know, go they remember me again.
Not at
you
all.
Don't forget, you go don't pack a load. You know, go they hear their voice again.
No,
but this one, because he himself no one make he's not all rosy where he is, and he does not want to, because he knows if he lets me go, everything will come crumbling down. That is why. No, I'm sorry.
Sorry, one more thing. And even that Yo too, he's not happy. One, he's not happy with himself.
Yes,
he's not happy. So him not happy with himself, meaning that he does not have peace within himself. That's why he's jumping up and down. He's doing his acting not irrational and all that. That's one. Two, where are all those people that have been clapping? Yes, they are calling him Odogwu. When this thing happened, there was a time he went to visit some of all these Igbo, I don't know if they're actors, but elderly men. They were kind of hailing him. Yes, you are Odogwu. You did the right thing. You did this. Yes, let them say anything they want to say. Who does not? If for you to be a man, yes, you are the man. For you to own up to your mistake and marry the second wife. Where are they now? Where are they?
They don't go hide now.
You understand? So that's another thing that puff off these people's image and ego, and all these men, when they see their fellow men doing the wrong thing, instead of them to say, bros, come, this thing that you are doing, see, look at the end where it's going to meet you. They'll be hailing you. You self, in your foolishness, you'll be glorifying your mistake and your ignorance, so that you go and enter. When you now enter pit now, nobody is there to pull you out. How many people? I always tell people this, that all these people that they say it's your choice if you want to embrace polygamy and all that, and you cheat and all that. Give me a story that it has always ended well for a man that married more than one wife or has children outside of wedlock. Give me one story. Yeah, they can come and say David. How did David end? How did Solomon end? They will always come tell you, just give me one story of a successful story. If you know one. I have never heard.
Don't do that.
Evidence, Abby.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said Solomon, our husband's name. Don't do that kind of thing.
Not best, though. Sorry, nervous. You know. So there is no. So sometimes we try to glorify our stupidity until it hits us back in our face. You understand? And that is what this guy is really doing. Like, it's his pride and his ego that is making him do all those things and do all that stuff. But anyways, thank you, ladies.
No, thank you very, very much, Abi. I mean, as he's doing, my own is get May's name out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You. That's all.
Yeah.
Go and do your nonsense, but leave her
You know,
alone.
that's the only way he stays relevant.
Exactly. That's why he keeps, but he should leave. But he's already made it clear. Somebody that came out and disgraced his wife publicly, put her outside for public viewing. You don't want to turn around and be hanging on to her. You don't want her to go. What sense does that make?
Like they were saying like this show today. That guy's probably broke. If you know, say if you come back to your wife, all of them did say, "How do we no get money for food? The woman no go let her children stay hungry."
And why not go Judy house? Not be say they stay there. Say the
Attire.
contact say you go and you go where Judy day. Why let her go sit down for it? Why not go there? Make that one give her food. The man is confused. He's not happy. He knows he has made mistakes. He cannot hold up to it. If they use all these ones, style to see if the woman go bow down. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, any man who is egoistic has this ego that cannot come down and say, you know what, truly, I messed up. I have really, really messed up. They're going to use corner to take on the beg. They don't want to come out fully to say, I beg, sorry, you. You know, they use that style, they take the sweetie, make you for grief for them. So that's what his issue is. But he's just making a fool out of himself. And true, I feel sorry for the children too. Because this day and age, May's children, the children are pretty grown up and they're in the social media. You know, how would they feel with see us now we talk the story. Every blog, every blogger, every YouTuber, everything, they are judging their family case.
Exactly.
How do you think these children feel? It's enough pain that you've given them. Now that they carry every day now their family matter, they judge for blog, they judge for YouTube. Come on now, you should be have some common sense now and put a stop to things. Even if you they beg
common sense don't travel. It don't travel. See wetin Eneka talk and na true. You just can't be like person when they use in glory. He use his own hand to shift.
Nine. So unfortunate it happens like that, but somebody like that ain't good for her too.
Now wetin is a bit chop with that now.
Now good for him, but unfortunately, I'm sorry for May that it happened to me.
Yeah.
You know, but for the Yul himself, now this kind of thing, he needs to learn a hard lesson out of this ego we get and pride.
I'm telling you,
you know.
You go they call the woman name every time they call. Leave the woman alone. Now you talk say you want to do polygamy. You not drag her with you. You say okay, oh God judge all of una. You come out, you publicly disgrace the woman.
Thought he could eat his cake and have it.
You say waiting.
He thought he could eat his cake and have it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they take on hook for throat like fish bone.
And
now you don't know where to go.
All those men, men when they talk to, where all those ones to self life not better for them. The way they give them advice, those ones don't pump ego. So to him, they feel say yes. So people they support me, that they call me Odogu, that they call me this, you know. Nobody like the couple of them way get common sense. Like Daddy Freeze was saying in the show that even Obi Kubana, I think before this thing had happened, I think he said he saw May and Yul at Obi Kubana's party or something. So when this thing happened, he said he now called. That one said no, you know what did they go on. So somebody like Obi Kubana, AY then. You see, say when this thing just happened, they were just still trying to, go along with the wife, help her, make at least she gets something going to take care of the children and all that. They're just ignorant. These are men where we say they get sense. Though we don't know what those ones they do for their own side, but at least they are somewhat family men.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
They are not coming out and throwing out their dirty laundry outside, or at least they are being responsible with their family. You know, not be you go another place where men will not even know. Then they are not even responsible for their family. That they hear you self to say they feel important, and that's what a lot of these men sometimes they deceive themselves with. Instead of them, if they go in a company of well-respected men that are accomplished, will go tell them say, hey, this thing it doesn't pay you. This does not make you a man. You know, that go sit you down. You know, to correct your ways or put you in line and action. They won't do it. They will go for men to where their own life not better. They know they take care of their family. They are you know, they are right off. Those one go, yes, now some women be treat women like that, do one like that, do this, do that. They go, they hear you. Meanwhile, they push you enter your grave.
That's an interesting take.
So
I don't even think I'm for that side because not true.
Yeah, so let us watch and see. Time will reveal all truth.
You don't see how she run go.
Now to
Instagram, go
wetin
change
happen.
her.
You know, your
Judy girl.
audio go out for a second.
Yes.
What you talk?
I say you don't see how she run go Instagram, go change her name.
I'm telling you.
Because she doesn't have anything to herself.
Nothing. She wants to be attached to another human being.
That girl has low self-esteem to the bottom of the bottom. Sorry
I'm
to say.
telling you don't bottom out, sir. There's no bottom left. You don't bottom out. That's where her low self-esteem is.
Yes. And women like that, they feel that
they can settle for anything.
They can settle for anything, but the only way they feel good
Relevant.
about themselves and relevant is to make other women, you know, like pepper them. You understand? Make I rub them for their face.
Right.
That's the only way they feel good about themselves. But meanwhile, the real thing is that they are just insecure. They don't have self-worth. They lack self-worth. They lack their self-value, and they don't know their importance and their goals in life. That's just the bottom line of this whole thing.
That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right on that. What is 2Naija saying? 2Naija, what do you have to say? On sure, I agree that polygamy never ends well. In the end, the women and men with more children shall in time inherit the hard work of those that do not.
Yeah, there's always a right wife.
2Naija, you dey see for La La Land. You are still in La La Land. You see that olden days when you dey fantasize, e no go happen. Maybe you go need to enter time machine, go back to the 1900s, so you can fulfill this promise of yours. Because you see this time with this, e no go work. You see the mess our country dey. How many of the men dey there to resolve the problem? Abeg, 2Naija, hold this thought. Na for generation prior, like 100 million years ago, na they take talk, they think like this. Not be now again. Okay? Nobody cares who is there. Go ahead, Mariam.
I want to bring it back to the topic, not about you and me and all those people, because I have a headache, but just about women who do things like this. There is a girl who is very churchy. Jesus, have a great job. And then she suddenly announced that she was pregnant. I'm like, okay, you're grown, you can be pregnant. Only for her to say the person that she's pregnant for is married. How did you get pregnant for a married person?
How?
He told me that the marriage is not working. The marriage has not been working from the beginning. That's why we became so close. The mentality of these people is greed. For people like Watermelon Seed, greed. And people want to have a man at all costs. Like, we can sit down here now and criticize all these wayward men, but they're not doing it alone. They have their equivalents that are doing it with them. We should not spare them. They are not innocent. No. They are not patriarchy cause them to. Nope. They are also as depraved as these people and don't care, because all they think about is themselves. And this church woman, after all said and done, first of all, this guy showed up days after the baby was born. Somebody now asked her if he should she separate from her church, first of all. Then if he should ask you to marry him, would you marry him? Guess what she said? She said yes. That she will marry him.
Wow.
This is somebody that she doesn't need the guy's money to eat. She has a job. But she still said yes. This woman doesn't know anything. The wife doesn't know anything about her. I don't even think the guy has told his wife. That's the mentality. They don't care, because they're not thinking about, we from our side, and I think for a lot of people that have been commenting, they are married and they're thinking, oh, can't they think of the wife? They are not thinking of any wife. They are thinking of themselves. This woman that is grown, very grown, when I should be looking for her own husband, or I should have come down after birthing a baby. She still said if this person should ask her to marry him, she would put her head inside. They don't care. It's us that are thinking that they should have better values, blah 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 blah. For them, and this is a very churchy person, though, like, preach, judge you for not acting a certain way, church person. But because they want whatever the marriage is going to do for her, that was more important to her, to be the second wife and go and start competing with one crazy lady somewhere, rather than just be on her own and manage her life, the way it has turned out. They don't care.
Wow. So really, it's a mentality thing too. That's true.
Yeah, like the women are not
It's
like, what
deeply
talking about
yeah.
it. The women are not spared. Like, we're all from the same society, right? If the
Right.
society is okaying this man to carry many women, the women also think, yeah, it's fine. Why can't I be a numbered wife? Why can't I be number 2, 3? As long as I'm getting what I want, I'm married. Don't you see a lot in Nigerian social media topics when they say, rather than be alone forever, would you mind being somebody's second wife? They say, I don't mind. Like, once they turn a certain age, I don't know what age it is, but usually, when they're over 40, they start saying, they didn't find any single guy, and this person asked to marry them. I don't mind. You hear it? Am I the only one that's ever heard that? They say that a lot in Nigeria now. Once they pass, like, but yeah, I don't know whether 40 something, they start saying, as long as I'll be a married woman. Maybe it's just Yoruba people that do that.
Hey,
They do that. They don't care. They don't care. So we like, to us, it's like a no-brainer, right? Why are you doing this? But to them, they are all ingesting the same nonsense, no matter what their religion says. Even this Christian woman that is a Bible thumping worker in the church, sits in the second row type Christian. You know how it is for you to be sitting in the front in Nigeria. You're very spiritual. She still thought, okay, if he marries me, then that's fine. She didn't think about the man's wife, the man's family. She didn't think about any of that.
Now what if the man use brainwasher now?
Yeah, no, she's dumb. Like I meet married men all the time who start talking about, oh, my wife and I. One was so funny. I actually met him in a serious conference, and when I moved to Canada, he was like, oh, my family's in Canada, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So he finally moved here, and he doesn't live in Toronto. So one day he was like, I'm coming to Toronto, blah blah blah. Like, oh, I can do a tour for you downtown. I'm so dumb. By the way, this is one of the things that I'm so dumb about. Everybody always tells me, you're really, like, nobody's talking to you because they want to be friends with you. I was like, sure, I can do a tour for you. So I just showed him around some monuments, and we got talking. He started talking about how he was a very great student at school, and the moment he came out of school and started working for one of the big 4 accounting firms, or auditing firms, he just married his wife. And then his wife was like somebody that worked in ministry, government, local government, so one of those places, while he was working in, big 4 on the island somewhere. Right. And then he said, because from the moment he secured that job before he even finished school, he was that bright. And so as he was in the job, that kind of lifestyle, those are for people that do salaried work. Those are close to the cream of the crop in Nigeria, apart from if you're working for an oil company or something. Those are the top salaried people. So he was growing, and they were sending him to different places. You know how they do with their job. And she was working in a local government ministry, blah blah blah. And he said that he outgrew her very quickly. I'm like, why did you marry so young? They were like, he didn't think about it. He just got married. And he was saying, yeah, I
all of a
prayed for
sudden
her.
now they're not on the same level.
Sorry?
I said all of a sudden now his girlfriend, they're not on the same level.
Yeah.
Yes. And I questioned, I said, so you married her, you people were doing well, but somehow now you people are not aligned. He's like, no, that he even paid for her to go and do masters in the UK. But that they're not, he shall lay the groundwork. Because I'm coming from Nigeria, it's very normal for Nigerian men to try to chat him up. Yeah, so I already knew what he was doing. So he laid the groundwork of, we're just so we're not compatible anymore intellectually, the kind of things that we discuss. And he will not start praising me. Oh, you know how to talk about this, you know how to talk about that. I just said, okay. I heard, I listened to it. Only for like a couple of weeks after, he now called me, oh, how are you doing? Blah blah blah. I really enjoyed the time that you showed me around your city. I was thinking about you. So that kind of, I was thinking about you. I couldn't sleep. Blah 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 blah.
Sneaking it in.
I just said, okay. I ended the call and I never picked up his call again. So one day he now finally messaged me and said, what did I do? I said, don't ever call me again. I didn't give him any explanation.
Yeah, because
so
that's
that Kondi style of
yes.
For someone like that Christian girl, she's a very lovely girl, by the way. But she's the kind of person that wants to do listening ear. She's done it for me before, and we're not actually friends. So I think for her it works because when somebody lays the groundwork of my marriage is so dead, we don't really talk like that. We're just strangers, that pass by each other, two ships at night kind of deal in the house, and we're just trying to keep it going for the kids. He actually mentioned that to me. I want the kids to be grown. I want them to go off to college. I said okay, and his kids are like 12, 13-ish. So that he's giving me hope that very soon.
The house will be yours.
Exactly, the house will be empty. And at this time, we're like trying to buy a house. And I don't know if you guys know, but Canada has crazy, like useless villages have houses that are like 1 million. They don't have like houses that are so expensive. So that he's moved here, he has a business, has a great job. And if you are somebody who wants to help, you want to support, whatever it is, you start listening to that stuff.
Absolutely.
As like listening ear. And then before you know it, you are, meeting for coffee. And I think I asked him for professional advice before. He's that kind of person. He's very advanced in his career, but he's not old. Just a very, ambitious, smart person. So when you start listening to all those things, before you know it, you are falling for somebody because we underestimate how much we can get connected with people by just listening to them. We think that we are immune to emotionally connecting with people, but by the time you listen, they listen to your issues, you start to see things in their eyes that are not there, and then you become a side chick, and then you're hoping he divorces his wife, or in that madam's case, oops baby, and now you're hoping that he marries you, even though you can see that this person is not for you. And when those things happen in Nigeria, those women are not thinking, oh my God, I've just made a mistake, I'm going to keep this baby, but I'm going to move on with my life. They're thinking the next thing is, okay, so you must marry me now. That's probably like somebody said, maybe that lady, watermelon was trying to leave her marriage. This is probably not her first pregnancy. So she's thinking, okay, so let me just
that lady
keep
just saw
this
a
one.
new ticket. She just found a new ticket. That's it.
Basically, she doesn't have, maybe Mr. Obasi, that guy is not really pulling, he's not loaded.
No, he's not.
No, the guy now. No, here's the thing. Obasi, she met Obasi in the village or small town. Now Yul is from Lagos City.
Oh.
The girl probably has never been to Lagos. So Yul was contouring her. So Yul is her way to Lagos. That's the whole mentality behind that.
Yeah, bottom line, Judy Austin, she's selfish. She's a selfish person. She's not naive. This is not the first time she's doing it. So she's not that one. That has nothing to do with so somebody with this kind of character.
Yeah,
she would be remorseful and say, okay, what should we do? She's not going to do Pepe Dem Gang and try to level up with me. She wouldn't do that. So our own is the case of somebody who knows she was intentional in what she was doing. She wasn't
planned it.
Oh yeah, she was intentional. That one is not. Oh, he cajoled me. He told me one story and
Now, like there was also somebody that has visited her, Yul and May in their home.
Yeah,
she has visited them. Yul, May has served her food and drinks.
Yeah.
Hey.
So it's covetousness. And
for those who have been in Nigeria and been in adults in Nigeria, I've had it happen to me twice. Don't men who are trying to cheat out that they want you to meet their wife and be close to their wives? That happened to me twice in Nigeria.
Wrong.
So the fact that she has served this woman does not shock me. One of these people was a family friend. He had known me since I was 6 years old. He said, yeah, I want you, there's a family event. I want you to come. He was doing his hand. You know that thing that you do, wale.
You were 6 years old?
He has known me since I was 6.
Okay, I
So
for
this was
fear.
me now as an adult. I finished my
Mhm.
NYSC, and my mom said, "Okay, call him." He worked one of these multinational companies. My mom said, "Call him." And so I set up. I asked to meet with him, and he chose a very nice restaurant via close to his office.
You not see message what I send you.
Oh, sorry. And then we talked
Oh,
about the work thing,
no problem. Now,
experiencing.
rice, I'm saying,
Okay,
make
can
me go.
somebody,
I don't
Abby,
want
can
come
you
out.
mute your phone? Everything when you dey talk,
It's
we
not
dey
your
hear.
visitor.
Abby,
Yes, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. So I
we
was
dey
talking.
hear your gist for here.
Sorry, Jared. Sorry. No, I thought I was on mute. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
okay. All right. Yeah, so Mariel, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and then after let's talk about the work, all those things. He then moved on to, okay, so we're having a family thing here. I think they just moved to one of these far places in Lagos. I want you to come. I'd never met his wife. I want you to come. I want you to be very close to my wife. And then he was talking about how we're going to book a hotel. And I'm just looking, I'm just nodding. I'm nodding my head like, yep. Okay, so I literally ran out of there, called my mom. My mom was shocked. They actively, I think they like flying close to the sun, where like there's some kind of danger in there. They like to play in their wives' faces too. That has happened to me 2 times. So the fact that they've met, not even surprising.
And some of these women know their husbands. Some of these women know what their husband is doing.
Yeah, they do.
I have
They
one of
do.
my friends. Anytime when she sees her husband with tall, lanky woman, the man not to convince her. She knows there's something.
Mm.
She knows there's something. So tell her away from
Naija, what are you saying here? Egba
Don't be
me.
advocating
You
for
people should
headline
save me from
ministries.
Naija, what are you saying? Etengo say not today, yeah, not to be cool. Help me answer this. Help me answer to Naija. Now
Naija,
you
where you
fit
get
am.
that data from? Where you get that data from?
I don't know for to
You know
Naija.
my people go to school now very well, right? Which one is 6 and 8 children? I beg.
Children that are hungry.
Stop.
Ataya, when they turn to bandits and all the rest, they take advantage of them. Is that the children you're talking about? Population?
Don't mind to Naija. He likes fantasy living. I asked him how many
Fantasy.
wives does he have.
Imaginary.
He
Ah,
refused
you
to answer.
just
He
dey
has
imagine
no
things
wives.
for
Has
your head, dey
probably
mess.
maybe he has a child, but he has no wives. Data is right there. Those people
To
that are talking
Naija, are
about
you married? They're asking. We are asking for a friend. Are you married? You have children? How many children you get? 50 or
Naija,
60?
that data is outdated. Please, when did they make that? When did they get those information? That data is outdated.
he just like, anyways, back to the
Go
topic.
ahead.
These people
Yes.
are ready to risk it all. Like we always say, they want to be somebody's property, but they also want to be somebody's wife or a wealthy person, because that's their bragging right. They have nothing going on. And again, women compete with women all the time. So they love to be able to say to another woman, yes, my husband is this. They want to be able to show off this life that their husband gives them, again, to brag, not their own hard work. You see it all the time. Even women that make a lot of money, they'll still come on the internet and put flowers and say, oh, thank you, love, when they bought it by themselves. They're competing with other women.
That's true. That is
They're
very
competing with
true.
other women.
Just call Tonto's name if you want to call. I said just call Tonto's name if you want to call.
Natural, you this. I know you lie down for your phone because your voice
I
is
can't hear what she said.
Oh really?
it's
How about
smudged kind of. I say you cover your phone with paper
No, I
or
did
with
hear.
cloth.
I give up on this time.
They talk now, we dey hear you clearly.
No, I said she should mention Tonto if she wants to mention. Wasn't that what Tonto was doing?
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about her. I was thinking about I'm thinking of when I think of this, I'm not even thinking of Nigerian celebrities. I think of what average Nigerian women are doing every single day. So in their mind, the men are just doing their own right because these people have no discipline. But the women are actively competing against imaginary women that don't exist, the partner of the person that they are cheating with, and the desire to be claimed, the validation that they're going to get from I'm with a famous person or I'm with a rich man and he's taking care of. They love saying those things. He spoils me silly. It's all lies. It's just all crazy lies. So they don't, when we talk about, I know when we talk about people finding partner, we always say values. But what are those values? Watermelon and her best friend, they showed you their values. Their own is bring money, then I can be whatever you want. Those are their values. Sucks, but that's it.
Man, it's a shame, oh, women. I don't know the mentality. I mean, why you want to fix that kind of mentality? It will take forever. How do you fix such a mentality like that? Where a woman doesn't value herself, she feels like the only time she has value is when she's with some man, a man that doesn't care about her, cares very little about her, that can toss her away anytime. That her friend that came to talk under the freeze, she is going to be number 3 very soon.
That's what I'm
Since they all,
thinking.
yes, she's going to be, because the way she's praising the man, calling him is a man. In her mind, she's saying, yes, if I can hook him too, he will be defending me like he defended my friend. They will all be doing friendship together in one house. It is crazy. All I have to say is, look, this man, if he likes, let him run butt naked and run crazy on the street. He should leave this woman alone. The woman has made her intentions clear. I don't want, leave her alone. And women, I don't know as I want to talk to us, because everybody grows at different stage, grows differently. And this self-realization of a thing, unfortunately, you can't do it for anybody else.
It takes a long
People,
time. Like, I think
yes,
for women, like I'll feel like I'm just beginning to come into myself now in my 30s. But for people who lack education, it takes so much longer. They'll be 50 something when they finally have some sense. But then they will have lived most of their life with one year person. And then you see them, I think I said it before here, that you see them now, they start to run away from the life that they've created when they're now old, if they can.
right.
Because now it's then that they realize I really wasted my time like trying to live. Those are people that realize, the ones that don't realize will indoctrinate their daughters and their nieces into continuing the crazy thing. I know somebody who, she was with a much older person, and the person the relationship was not even long. This was within the first year, but she was already pregnant and they were going to keep the baby. And this person was already cheating. Like, she was cheating from the beginning of the relationship. And what do you think this
Wow.
person's aunt said? Because she asked me, and I said, is this the kind of life you want? Is this the kind of life you want? Then focus on your baby. Like, you don't have to live like this. The she said, but my aunt said, and what the aunt said was that, is he like physically harming you? Like, the word. Is he raising his hand on you? She said no. She said, is he giving you money? Is he providing for you? She said yes. She said, as long as you're number one, don't worry about all the other people. I'm just looking at her like, you dumb bird. You have not even entered 1 year. You are pregnant, and they're already telling you that as long as you're number one, you should not complain.
Hi.
And the
Now,
person giving her this advice, this
wow.
aunt, 50s or late 40s. Let me just say late 40s.
How is that even logical?
And I was like, and the girl now to the person that is
Sorry, is the aunt, is she married?
Oh, she's married. They have no kids. They're trying to have children. And I
she's
think
the
maybe that
first
made her
wife.
emotional. I think because she was, I want to believe that made her emotional, because it makes no sense the way, maybe because she and her partner have been together for so long, they're going through something very serious, they're actively trying to have a baby. Maybe it made her feel like you need to stick to, like, and here is her younger niece having a baby. So maybe it made her feel like, okay, you need to stick to who you are with and trying to make it work, as opposed to just leaving. I don't know. But this is what she said to her. And I said, okay, so this is what you want to do. The girl now told me, she said, we need to grow up. I'm like, she's like, no, we need to just move away from all this thing that we're doing, where somebody be somewhere, you get rid of them. We need to like stay the course. I'm just like, I don't know if this is the state because they're not together anymore, by the way.
Wow.
I'm not sure, but that's the kind of advice because she went to this aunt for advice and said, "What should I do? Because you're the older married person, you know what you're doing. Let me not listen to my friends." And this is what the aunt told her, and she did what the aunt said. She stayed the course, and it was a every month Basbo's disaster.
That's the
Every
problem.
single month.
That's
Not
the
because the person wasn't a great person, not because she wasn't a great person, but if somebody is cheating on you and you cannot take it and it's making you so miserable, why are you there? She has another male friend. The male friend said basically the same thing. The guy said, I cheat on my wife,
Hey.
but she's still like, she's living a nice life. She's still here. She now told me, well, his wife, you know, she travels all the time. She's really happy. I said, look, you really think that woman is not crying in her shower every single day?
I'm telling you, the emotional disruption that's going on. There's a volcano of emotions.
You know what's sad, right?
Hey.
What's sad is that a lot of women have chosen material things over their peace of mind, over their mental health.
Thank you.
There's really much more to life like this. And because, like I said earlier, I said men are not getting the memo. Women are evolving and men are not. But the sad thing again is that our society, there's a way. Remember yesterday when we were talking what Tunaja kept saying about women? And he was like, so what do you gain if you're 40 and you're not married? No, everybody is going to get married. Our society needs to stop putting that pressure, and we also need to accept that if you're 40 and you're not married, there should be things that you've achieved in your life, and you should be grateful for that. There are some people that are not here. It was when I came to America that I understood when some people say I don't want to have kids. It never made sense to me. I'm African. Two things are for a woman that I know: get married, have kids. That's what we grow up understanding. But when I got here, some people are putting their career first before any other thing, which is not a bad thing. Because once you go there, you want to be valued. But when you don't show with anything in your hand, what kind of value are they going to give you? You know what I'm saying? So, and the funny thing is that these men know us very well. They know us very well. Um, they feed you, they study you, and once they know what you can take, what you can take, and what you can't take, they start playing their cards. So if you're not self-aware, if you've not like developed yourself outside of marriage, they're gonna do all those shenanigans and say, even if I do, she's not gonna go anywhere. If she go, where's she gonna go? What does she have? Where's she going to start from? That's the that's the impression that you all had. He was like, okay, whatever he does, he's not gonna go anywhere, and he missed it. He missed it. He did that, and the woman just blew up, and now he can't handle it. He can't handle it. So that's where his problem is coming from. Let me tell you a quick story, right? One of my cousins was married, and they didn't have kids. So when they went to do tests and everything, they found out that the issue was with the wife. So he paid for treatment, everything. After a while, the woman said she's dead. And this guy fought for this woman to get a job in Abuja. She got a job and started messing around with one politician. Your husband wey dey find pikin go treat you so that you go born pikin for am, go dey mess around with another married man come get belle for the man. He's a very hard political person, and he told her say he can't leave his wife for her. And that's it. So now my cousin has divorced. My cousin has been married, but she has a child for another man, another married man. When you were in your own marriage, when you were in your own marriage. So sometimes it's not having it all together. So women can still have it together and do any. They can still have it together and do any. So that self-awareness is key. Like knowing yourself, having that confidence, know what you want, defining your stance, like it's very important.
Now, wow.
Uh,
It's just it's really there's a lot of Go ahead. Sorry, Natu, your voice. I don't know why. Is it just me? Marriott, are you hearing Netu very clearly?
Can you guys hear me?
It's not
Evie,
just
can
you.
you?
It's very muffled and it's
No,
very low. I
it's
had to
yeah,
turn up
it's
my
kind
TV.
of low a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very muffled. I don't know what happened. Are you
Maybe you
using
should go
your
out and come
heads?
back in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe if you go out and
yes.
come back.
Let me go out.
Yeah, because I don't know. It's so muffled. It's sounding really muffled. I'm struggling. I was trying to listen to what you have to say. I don't know. I don't know. The mentality of women, especially in Nigeria, is just, at a point where I don't even know. Where everything, they make you feel like everything that you should strive for in life is to be married. It's problematic. This is why we have these issues that we're having right now. People feel they want to feel attached. Go say something, Natu.
Can you hear me?
It's better now, I think.
You know,
Speak, and so that everybody else can
you know the
maybe tell
worst
me.
thing a woman can ever have in her life is low self-esteem. That's the worst thing a woman can ever have.
You might want to turn up your volume a bit. Is it still a bit low?
No, let me take off the headset and see.
Yeah, I mean, I say you go come out pata pata. Maybe fix the volume because it's very low. I don't know the mentality for women for Nigeria, whether they feel that attachment, say, okay, again, me, I mean, personally say everybody has a right to make the choice of life they want to live. If you want to be polygamous, that's okay. Find somebody else who equally wants to be as polygamous as you. Whatever you're looking for, everybody likes what they like. But my own is when you're trying to oppress or force your own on somebody else. You meet someone, the person is clearly
Doesn't make sense.
Sorry?
I say it doesn't make sense.
Exactly. You sound much better now, Nitu. You meet somebody, the person is monogamous, one man, one woman. Sabi, grew up for polygamous home. They no Sabi. My parents that grew up in polygamous homes, they run from it. They ran. My mom ran. My mom was like, lie. I will never. Once a man tells me I'm out. She already made up her mind at that time because of the trauma polygamy brought on them. My grandmother was the first wife. My grandfather had how many wives after? It was a mess. They literally had to be running for their lives. All the siblings grew up in different homes because they were running away from one thing or the other. My dad was a monogamous man, actually. After his first wife, my grandmother, who's my dad's mother, passed away, so he married again. So he was not engaged in this whole polygamy thing because he did not want it himself. So you can
the worst thing
imagine.
that can ever happen to a woman, right, is to have a low self-esteem.
I'm telling you, it's a terrible
That's the
thing.
worst thing.
And lack of knowledge of self when you don't know yourself.
Worst thing.
And you see this knowing yourself thing. Nobody can do it for you.
No.
Only you can know yourself. It's not
Nobody
something
can.
that somebody can teach you. You gotta look inwards, take the time. It's not easy, but it's a needed work. You need to do it for your own self.
It's just like a building foundation.
Thank you.
Because if you don't do correct foundation, go they do another thing for the top. Now you go suffer.
I'm telling you. And that's what we're saying. If you go Nigeria now, woman will never marry now, so you go the head. I remember when I went to visit Nigeria then, I had people telling me, well, this car when you did drive, people see you with this car. No wonder men go they fear you. You know what? The advice I will give to you, just park it. Don't drive it, be taking bus to work. I say me, boss. Twa. So what did they happen? Hey, Egbami. I work hard, make something for myself. I go come dey hide down. Because unto say I want to waiting. Say okay,
you want to
one
bring
wants to be
yourself down
married.
so that you now shine.
Then that man no deserve me. He no deserve my time. He no deserve my energy. As I did, so I'm okay. Married or not, I am okay. I don't send anybody, papa. Because you see, this life is about peace, love. If I don't get peace, number one.
Biological clock.
And
so
now,
when people
if you
start
like,
telling you
tell me
about
about
biological clock,
concern me. Children when they surplus, what they don't take care of uncle. Not be children full orphanage. So when they
That's
look for
why
blood,
it's important for us now, the girls that are coming behind us, for us to work on them. It's very
Aye.
important.
Now it make us they talk this talk now.
I
This
had
is where
somebody
we're
that's
having
close to
these
me, right?
conversations.
I had somebody that's close to me.
Ah.
She was dating this guy, and the guy, she now saw in his phone that he went to do introduction with someone else. He went to meet her family to pay dowry.
Sorry,
You were still
Netu, please, before you continue with this, I want to address something in the comments. Sorry, not verse. To Naija, Mr. To Naija, what are you saying? What really is the problem? How can you just outrightly call out Mirabel and claim that you are for? What are you talking about? So anyone that does not believe in what you're supporting or does not believe in your
He's an
polygamy,
African man.
automatically you are sure the person is for. What is wrong with LGBT? Do you have a problem with it? Are you a closeted man and you're afraid to come out? Is that what we're seeing right now? Because it looks like what you're trying to put on somebody else, it's actually, you're reflecting it by your conversations. Why would you say that? We said that this polygamy you're talking about, you need to enter a time machine. Go back to the year 1701.
Go try him first. Make him
And
go
go and do
try
it
first.
there. Then if it work for you for there, at least maybe, because of course you go get you person when you think more, you be like say you won't marry 200 women. You marry 200 women, they go grow. At least they go they born until they reach 2022. Then they will come implement this thing when you they talk. Not in this time, not in this season. And please do not disrespect my people here. We're a village community. Please be careful with your words. Do not disrespect my people. I beg you. Any one more disrespectful comment to Naija, no, I go look your face. I go block you.
Just leave him. I think he's just trolling. He's just wanting
To
you
Naija,
to
let me
call him.
tell you. Let
He's
me
been
tell you
speaking.
why.
Let's just continue.
Let me
Like,
tell you
ignore him.
why.
Just continue with your gist too.
To Naija, let me
Ignore
tell
him.
you why we
He's
are not
just trolling.
supporting. Why we are not supporting what our forefathers did, because it's not working. It didn't work.
Leave and Mirabel is giving it to him back to back. I trust Mirabel. You know, say Mirabel, I mean, just want to address that particular comment. So don't leave her for Mirabel to handle. She's capable. Now to continue with your conversation, I beg. Sorry,
so,
I had to interject.
This guy went to pay somebody's dowry. So this girl was still messing with him, and she got pregnant. You've seen pictures that this person has gone to pay dowry with somebody, and you're still messing around with the person, hoping that if you get pregnant, he'll stick with you. This guy now went ahead to get married 3 weeks before she gave birth. So I started explaining to her, like, okay, this is your decision that you have made. You just have to understand that you're not the one that he wants. So now you have to just move on with your life, figure out your life, because he's married. So he had an issue at work. So sometimes he sent money to her through his wife's account. So anytime he sends money to her through, or if he asks his wife to send money to her, she will now return the money back and tell him that she should not disrespect her by sending his wife to send money to her. So one day I have to call her out. I say, I'm not going to talk to you now like your sister. I'll talk to you from the wife angle. I say, see, this rubbish that you're doing is not going to help you. If this guy was your husband and he has a baby mama outside, you will want to know what he's doing with her. You want to know when he's sending money because you want to keep receipts. That's number one. Number two, if you're the reasonable type, you want to know he's taking care of that child. And being the fact that he's having issues with work now and finances and whatever, the wife is probably the one sending that money from her own money. This girl now went ahead to text the wife some nasty texts. I called this girl out. She didn't talk to me for 1 week. That one of my sister. I said, let me warn you. You see that woman? This man don't carry and go church. Tell God say na him wife be this. If this woman vex, pray for you for night, he go catch you. Because that's his wife. Now I'm not going to side with my own person and make her feel good because she's my person. But I have to tell her the truth. I have to tell her the truth. You have to respect his wife. You don't have the choice. You made the choice to get pregnant, even when you knew that he wanted to marry somebody else. So whatever comes after that, you have to deal with it. Your business is him. It's not his wife. I don't care what happened between you and him, but I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect the wife. So I had to draw the line for her. And that's what we're saying. Like, we all have to be our sister's keeper. If somebody is not doing what's supposed to be, you have to call her out. And like, you know what? You need to slow down. That's not right. But because now we know that we will benefit if my friend they date senator, my friend they date governor. So my go, maybe I feel get contract. You know, those kind of things. So most people support people doing those things because of what they're getting from it. They're not even thinking of the repercussion. They're not even thinking of the end result. Like this Judy, from seeing her, you know she's dealing from low self-esteem. And that friend that is being her cheerleader, she goes to marry you. Just stay there, they wait. Now that one, it go be the reason why she and you go separate, because they go fight. Because that one is just waiting for her to enter the house so that she too she can start following the back and before you know she has become third madam. It's just sad. It's just really sad, honestly.
It's sad. I don't know whether they fit get curriculum for school to teach young people about themselves, like try to get to know yourselves. What do you like, because it's becoming problematic, where everybody just dey think like zombie for the country. If you meet anybody now, you don't marry, how many children you get? The one you get, you never fit take care of
Society
them.
too is not helping.
Yeah,
Eh?
it's a cultural thing, and
Yeah.
mostly the women lack aspirations. You will
Thank you,
see
Ebu.
in this part of the world, developed world, as you're growing, you start having aspirations like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be an artist, I want to be a musician. Oh, by the time I'm 30, I want to buy my house, I want to do this. Those are aspirations. Maybe by the time you're 30, you might not do half of what you wished for, or you might have, or sometimes life takes these twists and turns, but there you will still have that aspiration and goals you want to achieve. But this our generation and the ones behind us, they really, especially in Nigeria, they really lack that aspiration. And because of that, they lack self-worth and they lack self-awareness. So you see that most of all the girls, all they talk about is, oh, once I have nyash, I have breast, I can attract a man. That's also all I need to do is to ensure and impress and work my mate to attract one kind rich man and secure myself. And then once I get married, I have children, whether they are happy or not. Yes, it's good as a woman, you want to get married, you want to have children, but that's not all it is about life. What are your aspirations? What are your goals? Even if your own aspiration is, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, which is okay in itself, but stay-at-home mom, what is your aspiration? Being a stay-at-home mom, I want to raise the best children I can raise. And you pour yourself into those children. By the time they start growing, you will see it that this woman, she really poured herself into those children.
Right.
And that was her goal. Oh, you know what? I want to be a medical doctor. I want to change life. I want to go into research. I want to do this, or I want to go into politics. Those aspirations, they really lack it. Their own aspiration is, let me look for a rich man, a man who has house, have this thing, I have breast, I have yash, I shake my yash, do all that. They don't grow, so they don't really grow. It's competition among themselves, the women.
So
You
I
see
was
them, oh,
saying,
my husband is
Eddie,
this, or my dad, or once they know this and that, even when they're in school, universities, to snatch each other's husbands or boyfriend that has money. So when it's not that it doesn't happen in this part of the world, but in this part of the, you hardly really see a woman sitting at home and waiting for a man to come and do something for them,
Eddie,
except
you
you are
know,
you are a
Eddie,
boy.
Eddie, you know what? Me and my sister had this conversation, and we said we don't know if the people or the women before us really did justice in some things that they taught us.
I
And
don't think our mothers really thought.
no,
I just think
they hid a
society.
lot of things from us. They hid a lot of things from us. It's after you get married and you enter.
Hmm.
You're like, So, and they don't tell me this part. They are missing something. So like we need to be open about some of us. I'm not saying someone should bring their business and put outside.
Mm,
You understand?
mm,
Like some of these people that are sitting down there and eyeing. I know someone that married one of my friend's husband. She left. Their house has door. When she came in and saw what the other one had to deal with, she said she no fit. She come out.
yeah.
They see Lexus and other cars now.
Yeah.
I
She
can
wants to
understand.
drive.
Mm,
So you don't always know until you come in because of the 2 minutes that you meet him outside and whatever he says. Until you come and you have to live that life with him. That's when you will know. And like you said earlier, like we need to start teaching our girls to tell them there's more to life than a man. There's more to life than just getting married and having kids. Because there are some things in this life you can't predict.
At all.
You go still marry, you go still dey find pikin you no see.
yeah.
Shey you understand wetin I dey talk? There's some things that are
Yeah.
not predictable.
Yeah.
You can't even plan for it. And whatever happens after you say I do is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But these girls, if you just say I dey marry, their body go dey shake. People will be saying, some people used to make jokes, they were like, somebody's just engaged and they start giving relationship advice. So it's really crazy.
Yeah, and it's covetousness. Most of them is covetousness, and they are very, very, very materialistic. Nigerian women,
Yes.
very
Extremely.
materialistic.
It has
You know?
gone crazy now.
And
They're
when you are
so materialistic and vain.
when you're very
Vain.
materialistic, you become conversions because whatever you have, you're not satisfied. Whatever is in front of you, you don't see it as good. You see somebody else's, so and that's the one you
Twist.
always. And when you have that, you're going to go extreme miles to do anything to get whatever it is that you want, and then you lose your morals and you lose your values. So
Oliver Twist
that's
now.
part of what is really happening in that part of the world. And then some likelihood that poverty too, you know. But mainly it's that covetousness, selfishness, and them being very extremely materialistic, extremely very materialistic. You know, and you come into a home, you can't even make a home. You can't even help your husband to think and invest in things. My own is to be buying what do they call bone straight hair and be driving this to make competition with you and your,
BBL,
you know.
small waist, big nyash, big breasts. I don't understand that.
Those things have its own place. The people you are comparing, Kim Kardashian and co, they are sleeping at night, and whatever it is they built, as they are sleeping on their bed, their money is multiplying. Even with all that materialistic things that they have and they are showing on Instagram, they are working and making money from themselves. You, what are you doing? You know, I was in Nigeria one time, and then I went to see a friend of mine, and then because she sells things, and then so customers were coming to pick up the stuff that they ordered and stuff. And then this lady came. She's married. She came. I don't know what. Either was it on her phone or was on TV or whatever. I think it was on TV. Kim Kardashian, Keeping Up with the Kardashian, then came up, and then she was Kim. Oh, look at my role model. This she was just doing. I just opened my bar. I looked at her. I said the person I pity for is the person that married you. That's the person I pitied for. Kim Kardashian is your role model.
Abby, no be Kim Kardashian do STX tape become popular. When Tiwa do wetin happen? One thing that we need to know, the same place where somebody go sit, stand, dance, get money. If you go there na beating you go get.
You know, so if Kim Kardashian is your role model, you are a mother, you are a wife, what values are you really teaching I really pity for these young girls coming in.
I'm
Because
telling you.
some of us still have a little bit of conscience because of how our mothers raised us.
Mm-hmm.
And
No.
often at times you emulate what you see. But if somebody is telling me that Kim Kardashian is their role model, I wonder what really happens in their home.
Exactly.
And you have children. And what kind of a society are we really bringing up? Because see, it's these people that are in the society. It's nobody else. It's these people that they come and form people in the society and make laws
Yes.
and and they come and destroy the society. It's these people. So what family values are you really bringing? When I even say, I say no wonder Kim Kardashian is your role model. That's what she do. She do. She didn't even know that me I came from her brother. So she look me from head to toe. She just I just look at I you know
He look you. He's for
uh,
mind. You see this one. Very
this one
regular
local
chick.
champion.
Local
Local
champion.
champion. I just did look at my other friend. That one knows me. She just looked at me. She smiled. She saw the way I was just kept quiet. I was just looking at her, how she was demonstrating and doing. Accent go, you begin fake accent that they look and say you will never even see Muritala Mohammed Airport. Now it be
I don't get accent pass now.
know.
No.
I just look. I shook my head. I said, see the person I really truly sorry for is the husband. You marry that kind of a thing into a home and you think you're going to build something. Because now your money go suck dry.
Of course, you go chop
She's
and
not going to
finish.
think of how the money will be multiplied.
Absolutely.
So we have long way to go as a society. And that is what has really, really eaten deep.
But like we need to learn to start supporting each other. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly.
Netu, that you they talk. Women have to start supporting each other. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news here, but Jesus go come until that one go happen. I'm sorry.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. Like people will say, now with a drop of water, river the full. It doesn't. It's not. If we are on this forum and anybody that comes to watch this have daughters and he has girls that look up to her, and he start working on them. I remember the last I was telling you guys about birthday. I'm like some stuff that I do, and I tell them I'm raising a standard. That if anybody comes, will come buy you one rubber of ice cream, 2K, and then your head go to spin. My sister will say somebody came and tell her that she should come, they'll go and eat fish. She say, fish, is that the only thing? I say, fish now. She say, don't worry. If I call Biggie now, Biggie go order fish they will bring for house for me. Like those stuff that all those things will not be exciting there.
Yeah.
But because you don't get all those things out, you don't get people that encourage you, get people that teach you. You don't get people that guide you. The person can't dash it chingo, you go start to jump like grasshopper. So that's where the problem is. That's really where the problem is. You never say, oh, look, she will get shame. No, they get shame now. They don't. They just want to be out there. That's what they want to do. It's not enough telling them that this thing that you're doing is bad, but also guiding them on how they can be better humans, guiding them on how. I think it was on this show that I was sharing one time with you guys, and I said, I did get to know myself better and fall in love with myself until I was after 25, because the idea that I had in my head was different. And it wasn't because my mom wasn't telling me, but she's like a typical African mom. She never said you're ugly, but she doesn't think that those things are part of the things that will help you, telling you about how beautiful you are, the blah, blah, blah. Now I'm feeling that I wasted my early 20s. I was like, I forgot to model, I for make money. But I didn't understand what I had. I didn't even know what it was. That's why it's important that we have these conversations daily, so that we'll be able to implement, not just at home, but in communities where we have girls that are looking up to us. One time when I went to Nigeria, there's this girl in my secondary school. I was in SS3, she was in JS2. So we used to walk home together. So I wanted to buy something. And these girls were coming out and they were screaming like, oh, God, see me. All these Ashawo girls that stand in the corner. And one of them was that girl from my secondary school. The moment she saw me in the car, the way she did 360, the girl just vanished. You understand? Because
Yeah.
when we're in school, she knows how much I have like tried to guide her. She knows how
Right.
much the intention I have for her. She knows. So she seeing me that day knows that she had failed. You do Oga good evening for side of corner. Like I said she vanished. I know see Sandra again. Like I was like, where's that girl that just stood there? Everybody's like, we don't see her. She just left. So that doesn't even have to be your own. If you're a Christian, if you have like organization in church like youth church and the rest, if you are blessed to be able to communicate with all these what do they call them? Gen Z. I've been awaiting. No, are they Gen Z? I've been
Yeah, Gen Z. Yeah.
So if you
Make
have the
una
gift,
like the video. I dey forget to talk.
if you
I
have the
just remember
gift
now.
of being able to communicate with them, you win. The other day, my sister's son was sick. They're going to take him to the hospital. This boy is just 6 years old. He told the mom and the dad that he's not going to the ER. And my sister called me. She said, your son don't want to go to the ER. When I collected the phone, the first thing I asked him is, what do you want to eat? Do you want kids meal from McDonald's? He said yes. And what he told me. So I said, okay, I'll go and buy it. You go to the ER. By the time you come back, I'll have your kids meal. And the Oga just drove from go carry jackets. Where? Go stand for door. They wait for the father. So sometimes it's like it's you being able to put it out there, knowing how and where and who to say it to. It's very important. Level of education, they different.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Some people will speak BB grammar now. I need to go use Google or dictionary checker.
Mm.
Some people don't like that. The moment you say they know what it is. So that understanding is very, very vital. But go the airport, sha.
Now what, my people? In fact, I don't know wetin to add again because these our women, our folk, our women, our sisters like us. We have so much work to do, but it's just so sad because it's not understanding yourself or asking people to look inwards is not a common thing that they say. What they tell them is as soon as what of husband, what of children? Oh yeah, born, yeah,
Yeah, when
marry,
I was
marry,
moving to
marry.
the United States, I was 27. My pastor's wife said, how about settling down? What will
Ah,
happen?
here we go.
Allah.
This is how they limit people, limit a lot of women. Do you know how many women literally that don't have the opportunity to understand who they are, understand their potential, that literally have the answers to the problems we have in Nigeria today that can resolve it. But because they've been stifled, they've been sat on, because they've relegated them to the other room and the kitchen. Their potentials will never be known. Is that what we want? Is that what we want? Eh? Today, look at Nigeria now. I don't even want to compare with the world. I don't want to talk about the world. I want to focus on Nigeria. Who they suffer the most?
Are we
Women
well
and
now?
children. Women and children. Every corner when you go for Nigeria, women and children, and then they suffer pass. And their suffering no be small. Big, big suffering. The men when they're supposed to take care of them, they don't take care of them. Men when they're supposed to step up, add
Yeah.
voice to their voice,
One
they
thing
know
we
they
don't
add
understand.
voice.
If you marry or you're not married, decide to have kids. If you carry belly, this man does not know what you go through. You can't eat what you eat before. You can't sleep the way you sleep. You can't. There are 1,000,001 things that you cannot do. So, like the majority and the bulk of the stress and everything is on the woman. And it's
Exactly.
also the same thing after that child has been born. There's no woman that will go to sleep when her child has not eaten. There is no woman. But the men, they're not like that.
They're only thinking about their own satisfaction. How they want to get,
Ah,
how they want to sleep with multiple women, born, abandon the women and the children, go another place again, start another family. That's all they care about. Most of them, not all, because there are some great men out there. And Mirabel, what I mean by inwards is, there's nobody telling the girls, how helping them grow and mature to understand, their choices, to know how to express themselves and really go for what they want. Nobody's there to help them, along the way. All they keep hearing
I'm really
when they're
impressed
going to
about now.
get married, have children, get married, they cannot even think about anything.
What
There was a
what I'm really
lady.
impressed, what I'm really impressed now is my northern people, the rate at which girls are going to school now.
Right.
Like the rate of girls getting married at the teenage years or even early 20 has reduced like drastically. Every father now wants his daughter to be equipped before she enters her husband's house. Eh?
Uh-huh.
And when they say they get verse money, you get why?
Mm.
Get why?
I'm telling you.
Even if you will not contribute at that moment to bills or anything, but have your own, it is very important. God forbid something do your husband. The man delete, the man get accident, sickness, and that resources that you used to have that comes in, like he can't, it's not coming in anymore. What will happen? Like we're supposed to be helpers,
Exactly.
and that's where your role comes in. But when you start telling the girl like you need not, I'm very impressed with the nurse now. Very, one of our
That's
security man
good.
in
I'm glad
Abuja.
to hear that too.
Yeah, one of our security man in Abuja. I remember Mala Hour. This guy didn't go to school. His daughter used to follow us to go to church. She comes to her. She's basically our child. So he promised us that he was gonna make sure she goes to school. She's not gonna get married. She should either be in SS2 or SS3 now. But he said he will have his daughter go to school so that all those people disrespecting him, his daughter will like speak English and break their head. But what am I saying is that he has now seen the importance of education. Like when I used to work in the bank, the man used to envy me and tell me, Auntie Susie, that's my first name. I is praying that Aisha will come and be like me, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. And she's doing well now. And you can see all these prominent people, their kids now. They send their kids abroad to go to school
Yeah.
before they come back.
Yeah.
This guy that was former Buhari's this thing in APC before he left Galadima, his daughter is my friend. Zainab has like 3 or 4 masters. She's doing her PhD now.
Two.
Yeah, she has 3 or 4 masters. She's doing her PhD now. And even these figures that Turaja is giving, out of all my friends that I don't know anybody that has more than 4 kids. So I don't
Leave
know where he's getting 6 and 8
Naija for
kids from.
his Lala land. Now, Naija is living in the
He's telling me
1601
it's in
month.
Google. Do you know? Is it
It's
everything on
trolling
Google
you
that is
guys. You guys
accurate?
should just forget about it. He's just trolling you
No.
guys so that you guys will
Leave him alone. Just ignore Naija. Naija is in
No,
1600. That's where
serious.
Mm.
But seriously,
All
the
this
man
is
are doing
when they
amazing.
talk, no go ever happen.
You have
Never.
girls that are becoming pilots now, doctors, engineers, architects. I personally have 2 friends that are architects, amazing architects. Mano married with kids. Hane has 4 kids. Ramatu has 4. And Ramatu's husband like is a military guy. He's up there. Like see, people that want their wife to go to school as people. I know one guy that works in the state house. This guy hustled for his wife to get scholarship to go to masters in London. The way that they carry a wife on his shoulder, the wife now they have 2 kids. They say maybe they say I had to go where? Say don't do, and they have all girls. He's like, no, we are stopping at 2. This is a
like
Congo
Pastor
stars.
Kingsley said, men have to start. You can't use old curriculum to update
No,
syllabus.
no.
Thank you.
No. So what do
Where
I
I
mean
learned
by
this
that?
from, when I
So
went to college here, right? We
Yeah.
bought textbook, and you know how you see you buy instead of renting, you see after the semester you sell it.
Mm.
After that semester, when I went to sell, they don't told me that they're not using that one, that they're using revised. There's a new version.
Mm.
So it's not working. It's always been, so we have to evolve. It's always been revised. Every textbook, every year, they add something inside, minus something.
Mm.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not the
Yeah.
same thing.
So it's taking a longer time for the men to catch up until they're able
That's the
to
problem.
catch up and
That's the
know
problem.
that any woman you're getting today in this day and age, there are things that, yes, the Bible still stays the same, be submissive and all that. You will be doing that, but
Submissive where? Submissive fire. Is everybody a Christian? I
no,
better
wait,
leave that thing.
wait now,
Mm.
Omoye.
No, no,
Even
no,
Hear
no.
you.
even
It
what
doesn't
our
have to.
parents
It
tolerate.
Wait,
doesn't have
may
to
I be
come.
land? May I be land? I want to hear what you be want talk. Or I be go
What
on.
our parents tolerated, hardly before you will see any modern woman, 80% of modern women that will tolerate that. You won't get that. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't meet a woman who is submissive, a woman who is loving, a woman who is, and cares for you, that who is a homemaker and all that. You would. But there are some things that our mothers tolerated from our dad that for a modern woman today, you will not see it. If you are still looking for your mother in your wife or your future life partner, you go take. And most likely, if you even get married and you are still looking for your mother in your wife, your marriage will crumble. Your marriage will crumble because times have changed, situations and circumstances have changed, the environment. Our mothers then most times they used to be the homemaker. Some of them, they weren't working. It worked for them because things are not as imagine in Nigeria how much is school fees, even for just KG1. You will hear
Pray
sometimes
to God. That's
250,000, 300,000, 150. How much is the father earning? Maybe he has not even built his house, he's paying rent, they are going to feed. Is the man going to be able to do everything? No, the woman too has to work, and you can't expect that the woman has gone to work. Before you come back, they should now put your food on the tray, kneel down, and be giving you. Person wey don't go work since morning, come back. After he come back, he take care of children. It doesn't work that way. So you're not going to get all those stuff that you saw your parents doing. Are there some things that we need to emulate from our parents? Absolutely. But is it everything? No, because times have really changed. And two, our parents, our dad used to, when they go out, some of them, they were very helpful. When they come back, they'll put food at the table, they'll be the homemaker, they make sure that they are home, they are with the kids, they are doing things, they are helping with assignments. The men, they are not doing it. The current men today, they don't even want to do that one. But you still want your wife to come and be submissive and be 1900 woman. When even the 1900 men, what 1900 men were doing, they do one.
Thank you. Loud down.
no right. I think when you spoke about submissive and Omoye says everybody a Christian. Even in other religions, it advises that. But one thing that our people miss is that you see submission, you don't need magic. They don't give us code. Women mumu button are love. Once you show a woman love and you do what you're supposed to do, you don't even need to beg for her. Women we want to feel protected by our man. We want our man to provide for us. So we want to be led by our own man. So all these three, if you no see them, so wetin should they submit to? You have to give them something to be able to do. You have to give them something to submit to. You have
Help
to.
me tell them.
If you're hiring somebody for a job, you have to show the person something that will make the person sign the offer letter. You're not going to just say somebody that I'm giving you a job, just approve that you're starting the job and you've not discussed pay rate, you've not discussed the benefit that comes with it. No, sir. There has to be something on the table. Motor wey no get petrol no dey move. E no dey move.
My sister, with the kasala wey dey ground for Nigeria, children no food,
To
women
get petrol,
outside.
e get things wey you go do. E get things wey you go do. Oil change, water wey you go put for radiator and other things. You have to do all of those small things so that you go move well. But you cannot not do oil change for 1 year and expect your car to be intact. You are lying. It's not. There is work, but the problem now is our men don't want to do the work, but they want to have a good one, submissive wife. It's not going to work anywhere.
See the kasala wey dey Nigeria.
I have said it.
Insecurity everywhere. Wetin the men don do.
Farmer wey go farm, wey plant for April, na him dey go harvest for November. You have to put in the work. If you born pikin, no dey help pikin do homework, no dey teach am something, and you want the child to be the best, how you want take happen? You know what happen? If you're basing it based on what they learn in school, you will never achieve anything. If you go to driving school and they're teaching you how to drive, when you get home by yourself, you have to be practicing. In order for you to go and take a road test and pass, you must practice. You must. You have to put in effort. When my pastor used to make fun of people, he would be like, if you are a CNA, certified nurse assistant, right? You do the course for 8 weeks. You're not the same with somebody that went to college, get a first degree, went to medical school, another 4 years, that's 8 years. Now did residency 4 years, that's
Next,
12 years. Can't do fellowship, that's 13 years. So you will just go do 8 week course, now not be the same. Now not be the same. You have to, even if all these men where they see you, they do lovey-dovey with their wife, do you know what they had to give? Some men have to let their ego go. Some men have to understand that their wife has a role. Some men have to understand that my wife's strengths are my weakness. You know, my weakness now, my wife's weakness now, my strength. And then you have to learn how to cohabit together. But when you come and they flex muscle, you know, put in G oil, you want to roll in G, and see when nobody talk to you. I dare you miss some now.
on that note, too, make I come dey take everybody final comment, because guess what? I think we have spoken exhaustively enough. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm hoping that small change go happen. It's already happening, but we have to keep having this conversation, because
Sorry,
the
one
way
more.
when women be now,
Yeah.
who be that? Natu.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. The way when women come dey do things now, all the value system is down, is bottom out. Man, it's not a good thing at all. I really worry for the generation coming after. It's going to be we're already seeing it. I mean, what am I even talking about? We're already seeing it. No value, no principles. They lack a knowledge of self. They don't even know they don't have the right people around them. People around them are waiting for them to hit it big. Either follow a sugar daddy, or snatch or collect somebody else's husband and be
Hear
house
one
number,
story one
or
time.
be
I think it was on.
wife number 8. That's all they're caring about.
I think it was on Tucker's show that she was saying one time that girls sometimes used to put money together for their friend to fly business class so that she'll meet you. Like, if we are 4 of us, me, you, Marriott, and Abby, then we'll gather money and pay for you to travel maybe to Dubai or anywhere you're going
Are
via
you
third class,
serious?
that you meet a rich person.
Hey, yes,
Supposing
ma'am.
okay, we put all the money, you don't meet rich money. What happens to my own money?
I
Exactly.
don't know, but that's what they do. No joke.
Hey God, I think you see
Yeah,
all these things that is happening with all these girls.
yeah. Friends used to. That's why they say the company you keep defines who you are. You just be keeping rubbish and be doing some stuff that don't make sense. Yeah.
Obviously, when you have such a lifestyle, you are how old you are, maybe in your late 20s, early 30s. And I'm not saying there are people that do not work so hard to fly a business class. They do. But at that age, on average, I don't think most ladies will be able to afford a business class. Most ladies would not. You are competing with people of our parents' level that have worked, maybe giving their life of plus 30 years in service or in business, whatever it is that they've put in that effort, that are flying business class, driving big cars. They've put in the work, they've put in the years.
That's
When
what
they
I said
started, they were
earlier.
not doing that.
Now
And you tell
laziness
me
and
that
greed.
a girl like that, which boyfriend of that same age group will be able to afford
Taya.
will be
Go
able
get
to
that kind
afford
of money.
to give her that lifestyle? You have no choice than to be dating a married man and politicians.
You know, I didn't know this thing about politicians until I started working at UBA. And I was posted to Gwagwalada. So you have all these University of Abuja students. And then they did, I think, I don't know if it's PDP convention or APC. And these girls are just coming to me asking them to check their balance. Check balance, check balance. Then somebody was not telling me, say, you know, they do conversions. Girls go town. Now, when they come back, they try to balance where they are money they will show. I'm like, are you joking?
Wow.
So these girls don't know that there are other businesses that they can do in school and make money from it. You in the university, there are plenty business you can sell clothes, you can sell books, you can sell cream, you can sell perfume. Like there are 1,000,001 things to make money. I started selling quiz cake and sending it to shops around my area when I was in JS3 because I wanted to have my own money. I have a petty cash book for my father. If you need anything, he's not home. He'll collect from you. At the end of the month, I'll calculate and give me back my money. I did not, from JSS3, always want to have my own money. And those are values that we should instill, honestly speaking. Because the way I rate some girls are desperate now to get to a level to attain a level that they've not worked for. You small picking, you never crawl, you won't start to dey jump, they play basketball. How you want take happen? Never see anybody who score from sitting down. Yeah, you have to
Remember the story of the girl now when one of these billionaires when go carry one small girl for Unilag when the girl buy the man for inside hotel room abi na Airbnb
You see am.
when the girl they come dey patrol the girl all over, the girl end up for Kirikiri or something like that. I think they just recently finished her case and found her guilty. And I
You
don't
see am.
remember that story.
Is it in
No.
Nigeria? Is it that Chidinma girl?
Chidinma girl, exactly. Small girl, wetin that kind small pikin, that kind small girl, which connection e get with that man? But of course, her story growing up is very telling. Her parents were not there. They left her to go and grow up with an uncle or so. Clearly, those ones didn't care for her. They abandoned her. The girl from there enter wetin you know sabi, start to dey drink, dey smoke at a very early age. This is what we have in our hands. You think say na only Chidinma be the only girl wey dey do those kind things? Wait, dey still dey. What of the one when from whether na secondary school, JSS3, when they go Dubai go do excursion, when e come go dey
Yeah.
be another boy
Yeah.
for inside.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Small pikin, please tell me, where are we going?
But the mother came and it's not, if I'm except it's another story, but it was one that the mother now came and it was the mother that came to put it on social media. When they started doing investigation, they found out that the daughter was doing that. The daughter has her own Instagram page where she does her live thing, and when she does small girl, I'm not saying that
OnlyFans.
girl she does, she's not
She's
even
on
14.
OnlyFans.
I don't know if she did OnlyFans, but she does live Instagram video, like all this sexual video, like to
Oh
pose,
my
show me my
God.
body, do this, do that. If you have a boyfriend, you know all those kind of things that all these people do on TikTok and Instagram these days. At 14, come on now. At 14, what me and you now they do? Not that we go lesson. From lesson, we they see they play with sand or we they play
I'm telling you, they play 10-10.
at 14. And that woman is there and she don't leave my daughter alone. You can't tell me that at that age, your daughter is with you in the house. You didn't know she had an Instagram page. You were not monitoring it. So this is what I'm trying to remember. The story I just said that girl said, "Oh, Kim Kardashian is my role model." So what do you expect with all these women? And they are coming to now. There are these ones where they come Instagram, TikTok, they do slay queen, slay mama. What do you expect the kind of children they are going to raise?
Yeah, my former landlady had 3 girls, and we were all living like a family, right? So she lets us like check on the girls, advise them, do stuff with them, discipline them. So what I used to do to them, I don't ask them to give me their phone. I pick a random day. They just sit beside me, I just snatch the phone. And anywhere that it has code, you have to open it or I'll break your phone. There was one time that one was when she got the phone newly, her math teacher complained that she was always using her phone in class and blah blah blah. I seized the phone for 3 weeks. The mama no talk because the mom understood the need, the value of community. Like you can't raise a child by yourself. So if you have people that are willing to do that with you, you just let it. So I was one that found out that she had Instagram. We didn't know. So for her to keep the Instagram, the mom and the sister has to monitor the Instagram for her. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing has community. Sometimes like environment where we raise these kids to are very important. Environment matters. That's why in America some people will move to some certain school district because they want to give their kids the best.
Right.
So they move to some areas not because they like it, not because it's cheap, but that's the best for them to get the best of educations for them. But aside that, right, hold on a second. So I don't know what this guy is saying, but I don't think he has been to the north before. That's number one. Number two, don't believe everything you read in the internet. Last year my boss's daughter was doing a research on Nigeria, and she brought a book that has some history about Nigeria and blah blah blah. Half of the things were false.
So
So this one I see, I just arguing not with me back and forth. Please go and
Leave to
rest.
Naija.
Go
leave
and
to
Leave
rest.
Naija.
that
To
guy. The
Naija is
guy
in
is trolling.
1600. I tell una say na 1600 to Naija.
I'm
Be.
a confirmed Kaduna girl. There's nothing you can tell
Oh
me.
my god.
There's nothing you
To
can tell
Naija
me.
when you get 50 wives for 1600. They still they born. They never born finish.
That guy he's egoistic, number one. He's one of those men
Oh
we're
my
talking about.
god.
From all his conversation yesterday,
He's
they
just
are the ones
trolling.
that just
He's
feel that a
just
woman's
trolling.
job is to get married and give birth. Let me
Now
tell
true
you,
Naija talk say make women dey born. Say the
yes,
population now still dey sink till today.
to
Na that word affect
to
no
Naija,
Naija
to Naija
till
supposed to be
today.
those kind of village Hausa men.
Na village how we take know say no be how are you sure it's not a village Hausa man that is just camouflaging?
Yeah,
You don't know? It
you know
might be
village Hausa man, those are big romance. If you
this
want to
one
hit his wife, you go just tell her
wetin
say Alhaji alone.
true Naija no know wetin romance be.
So
Can't even
that's it.
define it.
Just blabbing.
You guys just ignore his
Say
trolling. It's
regular,
just
not it has 6 to 8 children. For what? Even the villages now, they've evolved, they have advanced. They are knowing what's up. I've told you polygamy was for economic purpose. They were using it to farm. That's why they're having a lot of work. They don't do that no more. It's not the same now. Because if you have 2 wives, one will not get work, now how she go do that means that you are responsible for everything that she will need. Do you know how stressful that is?
which makes sense because in this part of the world, then when agriculture before the industrialization took
Revolution.
place, they used to have plenty kids because of child labor,
Yes.
so that the kids can go
Tell you, my
in and
grandfather is a farmer. All my uncles are farmers.
yeah.
And that's what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Well, make we start to dey wrap up abeg. I don try. We don talk this matter.
That's
Who get
almost 3
ear?
hours now.
Exactly. Who get ear? Make
5
e
hours
hear.
today.
I no go do pass like this. My prayer be say make everybody receive am well. Make everybody make the necessary adjustments because omo where we dey go so the way I dey look the
Just
future
need to stop unnecessary competition.
well
Everybody
I no
race
know.
dey different.
Make some
Everybody's race is different.
make some people just stop to dey
Yeah,
follow other
unnecessary
people.
competition.
Mm.
Like that, it doesn't make sense. For the fact that your friend is getting all A's does not mean that you have to get all A's. You don't have the
so
same brain.
Nacho abeg give us your last 2 minutes Oje. Thank you.
You know, basically my own would be it starts from one. And if we on this panel and anybody that will come to this video later would take it upon themselves to be a better human, would take it upon themselves to make sure that the community around them or the people that look up to them, they are passing the right information to them. That will help. Because we cannot be mentoring somebody and then they'll be seeing different cars to drop in you. What are you teaching the person? We have to understand that our lives they are a textbook. People are learning from us. People that you know, people that you don't even know. They are learning. They're picking something from it. One of my in-laws got married. We were having a conversation with my sister-in-law today. And we were talking about something. She was like, oh, it was because of this thing that you did. I said, no. I said, I'm a messenger. And God just sent me. he knew that I was going to deliver it and he sent me. Why did that happen was because I had been in a situation and I knew how it felt. And I knew the help that the other people I didn't get. And I decided to give that help when it became her turn. Understand what I'm saying? So when we go through stuff and learn lessons, let's not try to say because I've suffered, she has to suffer what I suffered too. No. It's just like a woman giving birth. A woman that gave birth to regular natural birth at CS, they're all giving birth. There's no woman that wants to be caught for her baby to come out. But when the circumstances warrant, it has to happen. But that doesn't make her less of a mother. The woman that did surrogacy, IVF, adopt, that doesn't make them less of a mother. And we need to understand that. We need to learn that. We need to remove some stigmas that we have. Just because, like what Nigeria is doing, just because people don't agree with what I'm saying, they are wrong, or if we don't align, then something is wrong with them. No. 2 plus 7 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 6 plus 3 is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. Any way we take on what you go still reach that 9. We don't have to use the same formula. I just pray that we'll just go pick from this today, honestly.
So thank you very much, Jonatu. Thank you so much for your contribution. In fact, I don't know what I will do without you, my village sister. I know, say, we really, these topics, we don't do them back to back, and
I am
your
dancing here.
contributions they've been amazing. Thank you so much for your
My
consistent
pleasure,
support.
sis.
I appreciate you. Have a wonderful night, and I love
Thank
you.
you too. Thank you. I love you too. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Abby, carry
Yeah.
us go house.
Thanks, Omoye. Thank you for joining your show today. No, what I would just want to say is for us sisters, women, we should just put the conscious efforts to develop ourselves, create self-awareness, and then once you do that, you'll be able to set priorities for yourself and know your goals and aspiration. That's very important. If you don't do that for yourself, at least do that. If you aspire to have children, do that for your children and for your family. That would help you to be well-rounded, to be cautious of yourself, and to be present in your being. Because when you've been able to develop yourself and know you, studied you, then you will be able to have other relationship with other people and your family as well. So my plea to women is just have that conscious effort to be able to develop yourself and put in. It's an investment for you, not for anybody else, but for you. And that will spread to your environment as well. Thank you so much, Omoye.
I
Thank you,
really
everyone.
appreciate you, Abby. Abby, I beg, call back again. I really loved your insights. Oh
No
my God.
worries.
It was really amazing. Just hearing from everybody. As women, we all have different ways we process things. And
True.
we're able to bring it through. Man, I really appreciate your point of view and everybody else's. Marriott has already dropped off.
Gone. Yeah.
But thank you so, so much. I really
No
appreciate you.
worries.
I love you. I
Love you
appreciate
too,
your
Omoye.
support. I'll
No
talk to you
problem.
again. Thank
All
you.
right. And
Good
kudos
night.
to what you are doing too for the obedient gang. Kudos to you on that
My
one.
sister, we
Yeah.
get that election. They
By
don't get
God's grace, we
choice.
must win.
We
Yes.
must win. Oh, thank
Yes.
you. I
No
appreciate.
worries. No
All
worries.
right.
Have a
Then.
good night.
You
Thank you.
as well. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. So my people, we're finally drawing the curtains here. I really, really want to appreciate you all for your support. I don't take it for granted. When we come here and have conversations like this, it's for us to know better so we can do better. And also, talk to the people around us, and build our communities so that we can have healthy communities, for crying out loud. Your children, please let them be around people who they can learn from, who can be good influence around them. You don't know it all. Your children need to have a wide range of perspectives so that they can think for themselves. Teach your children critical thinking. Let them not be afraid to ask you questions. Let them not be too scared to tell you or share their intimate fears or dreams with you. So please, let's do better so that our communities can get stronger and healthier. I beg my people. Yes, so Natu Obidati all the way. Nothing they happen. Nothing they share. Now we get them. So to this, Mirabel, I thank you very much. Thank you, Marriott, my darling. You dropped off before I could give you your flowers, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for hosting with me. Thank you for your take. I really appreciate the angle you came from. I really, really appreciated everyone's take on this matter. I beg. Sister Oju, thank you very much. Thank you, OJ Moi. Realities around you. Sorry, you came at the tail end of the show, but I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Gravitas, everyone, special junior people. Your video, I couldn't argue when you called in because of the way you called in. So your camera, and it was rotating, you know. So I don't know what happened there. Juliet, thank you very much. Thank you to everyone. Neka, my village sister, I can't forget you. Choma, thank you very much. To Nigeria, you and your troublesome self. Keep it in the year 1600. Don't bring it here, please. Thank you very much to you all. I appreciate you all. If you're catching this on replay, please let me know what your thoughts are. And I'd like to read your comments. Dodo, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Long time. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're well. Trust everything is good with you. And guys, I'll see you on my next one. Bye.